Rocco, 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 our favorite rock. Rocco, 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 our favorite rock. Rocco, 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 our favorite rock.
It's a short intro, but I love it. I love it.
I wish I just had, if it was like 10 seconds longer, I can redo it.
I think it's still beautiful.
You know, I just always want to play this one though.
I drink your milkshake. I drink it.
That just represents the markets to me. When people have fancy trades, I'm just like, probably I'll just drink your milkshake. That's cool. But you're adorable. Trying to be a trader. Look at you. You got charts. Look at you. Your earnings per share software. It's adorable. But whatever. Anyways. Wait, cheers.
Cheers. Here's to
So, this is a Northern Brewing Company Perfect Day Pilsner. So, supporting New York microbreweries. What's that?
this is a New Glarus Spotted Cow. Yeah, it's
that's not cow. Okay, I've heard of cow's milk. That's like a New York microbrew.
Yeah, this one's a state exclusive where I'm at. So I kind of dox myself a little.
Not bad. It's not my favorite. I got this as a gift. So
Oh, what type is it?
it's just a pilsner.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Yeah, pilsners are all right. I like pilsners.
It's fine.
Okay.
Like there's one beer that I always hold everything up to. One of the local ones. It's called Omegan Rare Voss. It is the beer. It's the gold standard of beers in my life. Like if you tell me to try a beer, that's what the standard is. Let's see if I can find it on their website.
Ooh.
I haven't been to this brewery. It's in Cooperstown, so it's right near the Baseball Hall of Fame. You can do tours. I haven't done one. I've been meaning to. Why is it taking forever? Yes, I'm 21. Fuck you.
Oh no, demonetization. No, Dan, no.
I gotta stop swearing. Yeah, if you say the F bomb too many, or the F and S bomb too much, you get limited ads. I've learned. So this is the greatest beer, well, like that I can get. Let's put it that way, because my friend got some Belgian beer for me. That was incredible. So he went to like Belgium, and he went to like these monasteries that have been making beer since like the 1400s. Like I'm gonna do that someday. It was so cool. And he brought me home a bottle. That is like the greatest tasting beer of my life by far. But like, this is what I can get. So I can't really get. I probably could find it if I really looked, but it's not the same. Probably not the same experience. Oh my goodness!
Oh,
Lincoln fighting battles out there. Yeah,
So
Strongman has declared war.
Yes, he actually dropped another an actual dedicated video. Like, yeah, I obviously I didn't get to look at it yet, but I'll be sure to read it or check it out rather.
I've been really trying to balance educational and fun entertainment, and then grifter slaying here and there. I don't know, but Khmer's a weird thing because he is destroying people's lives right in front of us.
Yes,
which a lot of these people do. Let's face it.
Mhm.
Jeremy destroys lives. Paul, I don't know if I've actually read someone saying that they followed a Paul trade and got wrecked. I will give him that. But we have to assume people have invested like Paul. Their destruction is just they're underperforming the market.
Yes,
Which is that's a destruction of its own sort. Like, just because you didn't lose 60 grand doesn't mean you weren't damaged. I mean, if you're getting half the return of the market, there's some silly value trading nonsense with a weird calculator, you've been damaged.
Yeah.
So they all do this. Even no matter what trades I have, it's like every week, factor investing, market weighted investments, dividend reinvest. It's all going automatically. So we're just talking about the fringe stuff. But it's a shame. There was somebody in Khmer's group. I'm sure Strongman's got the clip. That said he lost 60,000. I have another one that said he lost 20. I screenshot a few of them. There's at least 4 people that I've screenshotted that have 5-figure losses on YieldMax, which, I mean, I've been calling this for a long time. When was my first Tesla video?
Oh, geez.
It was last fall.
Yeah. Yeah, and you were pretty adamant on, like, eventually at some point you said,
November 25th, 2023.
yeah,
So
you didn't
I
want to cover.
called all of this. The destruction of Tesla. I literally called it. I mean, not even tooting I literally called it. You can go watch my 3-part series or my series. I said what was going to happen. I said they were going to get destroyed. It was going to reverse split into oblivion. I like literally told you what was going to happen. I just didn't know how long it would take. That's the variable. I don't know how long it would take. It happened much faster than I expected. So here we are. YieldMax is destroying lives, and it's predatory. I said specifically in my videos, it's predatory. And I used that word very intentionally and carefully. So I didn't want to call it a scam because it's not a scam. I didn't find anything. He's very honest about what he's doing. The fund manager. There's no scam here. He's not grifting you. Everything's in the filings. It's just predatory. Like, and people can buy predatory investments in America. It's your right as an American, right? You can buy companies traded on the public markets that have never made $1 of their entire investing, in their entire existence. You can buy companies that have never made $1. I think that's wrong too, to some degree. But who puts the line in the sand? It's always the question. Where's the line, and who's putting it there?
Oh yeah, and then how do you enforce that line?
Yeah, and then lawsuits will come, and then that line gets all fuzzy.
Yep.
So you're allowed to buy shitty investments like YieldMax. It's your right as an American. You're going to get wrecked. So it makes no sense to buy a fundamentally flawed investing strategy. I called it. That's what I called it last fall. It's a predatory fund. It's a flawed investment strategy. I mean, what else can you say? People are getting destroyed. And I kind of outlined who would get destroyed by this a little bit. So people that don't know what they're doing, fire people. I specifically had said, I don't think dividend people necessarily are targeted by this. Like dividend people, like Ryan Williams or some of the other dividend people I know.
Yeah,
they're not in this. It's more like the fire people, and they're honestly just poor people that are desperate. So
yeah, the ones that are smarter and more savvy to just like conceptually how things work. If you're guaranteed or saying that I'm going to get a yield of a crazy high percentage,
I literally put in the description of the video, like right here. This has been here the whole time. Reasons this will underperform. I was being nice. I wasn't swearing. Opportunity cost for not participating in the underlying assets. So again, you capture gains. Option pricing mechanisms. So that's a problem with this. They're not always a good time to buy options on certain stocks, depending on the pricing of them, the premium. So this is not option buying is not, it can work as far as an art. It's not some mechanized investing strategy you could just do month after month after month. It makes no sense. I totally accept there are people out there that can do these option strategies and be successful. I have no doubt. But to mechanize it into a fashion where you just blindly buy these things every like 2 weeks or a month is nonsense. And if that did return better than the market, everyone would do it. And then it wouldn't be, and then you wouldn't have any sort of alpha. It would be gone. So yeah, I mean, high cost implementation.
oh yeah,
I talked about, so I don't know. I don't want to spend too much energy on that man.
Nah, I don't need to.
Strongman apparently wants to go after him.
Yep.
But
But the underlying Tesla,
Yeah.
segue in.
I want to talk about Tesla. It's the views, right?
Yeah.
It's the views. So, which was interesting because, like, to start off, all right, let's save this for CPI.
Okay.
So we all know they laid off like 10% of their workforce,
Mhm.
which is funny because, okay, they laid off across the board apparently.
Oh.
So from what I understand, people on the floor, engineers, people in the service centers, which is just madness that they did that. High level execs, sounds like they just wholesale just chopped people from everywhere. And people show, I mean, the people like griping that they, the employees walked in, scanned, and they couldn't get in. Okay, you know what? There's no good way to lay off
No.
people. Like, I don't gripe about that. I'm not going to call Elon a jerk because of that. It's hard to lay people off. So yeah, you just shut, like, lots of other companies just literally you try and log in one day and nothing goes in, and then you find out you're gone.
Yes.
What does it matter? But and then the two executives that people always harped on, there were two executives that had been there for 18 and 8 years. Other channels have talked about. One of them was a major part of, I guess, some of their development of their products. So that's where they are. We covered, what was it, the delivery numbers a week or two ago.
Yes. Yep.
Complete disaster in every shape and form. Disaster. I mean, you can look here. So here's electric vehicle Q1 2024.
Mhm.
So if you want to track sales people, there's two or three groups that follow auto sales in the US. Kelly Blue Book, and then there's another one I've used. I'm not remember the name right now. But here's Tesla.
Hey.
So this
Big.
is 24 and then 23.
Mhm.
13% drop Tesla sales year on year. That, like, terrible. So terrible. I mean, oof. I mean, here's like Ford, way less volume, but they've produced more hybrids, right?
Yes.
Stuff like that. And then you go by model. So here's the Tesla models. Just complete. The only one that went up was the Y. Jesus Christ.
1.4% is what I'm seeing.
A 3 down. Yeah. I mean, this is just abysmal. And they all say it'll just come back because, like, that's all I hear from these people. And it's funny because, like, we listened to the earnings call, Tesla's earning call. He didn't mention. I think he mentioned robo taxis maybe once. Maybe once. Like,
Maybe.
he barely
That's
mentioned
being
it.
generous. Yeah.
He didn't mention it at all. It was like these Tesla people. Like, we've been harping. Like, you were so freaking. They were so excited about Optimus, right?
Yes.
Not even a few months ago. Then all of a sudden they were excited about Dojo and their AI build, and they could use the cars for AI projects. Okay, and then immediately that gets thrown out the door, and now we're back to robo taxis because Elon tweeted about an announcement. So here we are. He just fucking throws balls in every direction, and these Tesla people just go run after them and play fetch. Whatever he says is what they push. It's so sad. The tail wag, or was it the tail wagging the dog or whatever?
Yeah, that
What's that
expression.
saying?
Yeah, that is exactly it.
They're so distracted by just the noise. They can't see through it, like what they're
Mhm.
buying.
Yeah.
Because I see problems. I see lots of problems, and they'll say, oh, it's cyclical and they'll rebound. Well, it's like some of their cars are outdated. They've put a lot of effort and capex into a Cybertruck, which is a disaster, unmitigated disaster. Cybertruck sales have been halted due to safety issues. And I showed a video. So apparently, I think this guy showed, like, they glued a metal panel on top of the accelerator.
Oh,
So
yeah,
it
I saw that
wasn't
one. Yeah.
it wasn't riveted or attached. So they glued, like, this metal plate on the accelerator, and someone showed if that came loose, if you push down, it would wedge into, like, the carpet, and the accelerator would be stuck. Luckily, you can hit the brake. The brake overrides the accelerator.
Mhm.
That guy said. So it's like, and then other design flaws, Cybertrucks are rusting. Other things I've seen, the defrosters on the Cybertrucks do not work in some situations.
What?
So either the glass is not working, or either there's something with the glass, or the defroster is not powerful enough to overcome like certain weather conditions. But I've seen photos of like Cybertrucks where like you can barely see through the windshield, whether it's mud, the windshield wiper is not working, or the defroster is not getting to work because it's a different type of glass. I think it's a huge piece of glass. So it's a disaster. The Roadster, why would you at this stage, like the Roadster should not be your priority if you're a Tesla, I think. You should be working on making sure your Model 3 is solid, right? Your main cars, updating them significantly. Like the Model 3 update was like that's a refresh. Like Honda does this. Honda comes out with a model, and then halfway through the cycle they refresh it, which means they just put like some different fronts on. They put like a different bumper. Maybe they update the trims and the electronics. That's all this looked like. The Highland 3 is a refresh. Like it's not a full rebuild. This company's making big mistakes, and I'm telling the insurance is going to be. I keep saying that's the problem. I think Tesla made a huge mistake going into the insurance business. And over time, I think I'm going to be proven right on this. I think that was a devastatingly bad decision for them to get an insurance, because you have to price those policies for the risk that you're taking on insuring your own cars. And then the bulls will say they have all the data, so they know exactly the risks they're taking on. I'm like, okay, well, why has no other car company ever done it? They all do finance because yeah, and that was the other part. It's like all the Tesla bulls, all of a sudden, they glorified how Tesla doesn't have a finance wing, so they don't have to carry the debt like all the other car manufacturers and the heavy equipment people. Now all of a sudden they're like, Tesla needs to do like promotional APRs, because that's what it's inflation. The car auto loans are too expensive. They need to do like promotional 0% and blah. I'm like, yeah, wouldn't it be nice if they had a finance wing? They could probably do some of this shit, but they don't, so they can't do this stuff. You guys are literally talking out both sides of your ass. Like, because like a year or two ago, they were glorifying that he didn't have a finance arm. And I'm like, they all have finance arms for a reason. Every car company. They didn't have them to start. They came out because there was a reason to have those, because then you can control the financing of your cars. And they're very profitable if they're run properly for credit risk.
Yeah.
Right.
Yep. Oh yeah.
So they decided to do insurance instead of finance. Big mistake. And then like you see the horror stories of people's they change the car insurance payments monthly, like based on your driving. And there's some people, they're like, I drive the exact same every day to work and home, and then like my car insurance will go up and down for the Tesla insurance. So it's just like, I don't know, this company kills me. But they're so in love with it. You got this guy, like, can't say a bad thing about Tesla, right? So, like, think of the logistics. The robo taxi now is the thing they're all jerking off on. Maybe I shouldn't say that, but so you're gonna go to bed, you're gonna push a button, and you're gonna let your car just leave the driveway and go somewhere for strangers to just get in and do whatever they want to, and you're gonna be okay with that. Would you be okay with that?
No. Oh, hell no.
This is when technology meets people, right?
Yeah.
Because we just talked about this. What was the technology that died? We just talked about self-checkout stores.
Yeah. Yep.
Or the Amazon auto checkout. I don't know what you call it.
Yeah.
But yeah, that died. Great technology. Technology meets people. Uh-oh. People do stupid shit. Like people steal. So robo-taxis. Okay. You're going to let strangers have your car. Okay. Have you ever read the reviews of what people do to borrowed cars on Toro? Anybody here that likes robo-taxi idea, go look at the reviews of random horror stories. I think you can go to Reddit has a Toro page, I think. Of just, and this is just borrowing a car for a day or two. People will loan their cars out and you get paid. So it's like Airbnb for your car. Man, fucking just they get it back and it's just filled with like concrete, like and dirt, and there's like heroin needles in the back, and it's like, what the hell is going on? And you think that's not going to happen to your robo taxi of your car? Okay. Okay. Like when technology meets people, sometimes you're not gonna like the result. But let me see if I can find a good story.
But Dan, there's synergies here. Tesla Insurance will be able to charge even more on people that sign up for robo taxis.
Um, like I like, and beyond this, regulators.
Oh yeah, yeah. We haven't even
People are
touched that.
smoking. Like people listening, almost an entire safety data that you hear spouted about Tesla is Tesla self-reported. It's not been put up to third-party standards. There is some government oversight of reporting on like FSD and autopilot, and it's terrible. It looks bad for Tesla. The few things that I can find that are not self-reported by Tesla, where they can cherry pick the data. So to put that up to the scrutiny of 50 state Department of Motor Vehicles, because the feds has got nothing to do with this. It's going to be state by state. The states control the roads. I hate to break it to people. Licensure and the roads controlled by your state, primarily. So it just, there's no thought put into this. This is something that would be very slow moving. Years and years and years. Pilot programs. Probably some states might put it on the ballot as an amendment, right? To the, like, some states might just vote on it. You know, like I said, you're going to have a robotaxi drive around a school bus and almost hit a kid. Okay. What's going to happen to it? You think they're going to let that stand in the state? They're just being so optimistic about this. It's in like this city or this city. Like, well, that's a city. It's like a pilot program. And they've already reversed course on a few of these pilot programs, like the cruise. So it's just ridiculous. Here's like sales, no more first quarter. You know, this doesn't look so bad, but this brings in some of the brands. It looks better than the other report. So China, it keeps looking worse. Jesse called this, not me, but China, it looks worse and worse and worse of a decision for Tesla. They got in bed with the Chinese, and it's going to burn them. Insurance is going to burn them. If they don't get any of these innovative products out there, I think they're in trouble. Their valuation of the stock.
Oh yeah.
And the way it's ramping up for these the Optimus, it's easy. You got three players now, is the way I'm seeing it. You're going to have Apple, NVIDIA,
Yep.
and then Tesla. And then let's say a fourth player we don't know yet. Maybe it's a conglomerate of European companies like Volkswagen, or another Chinese player. So optimistically, you're talking probably at least four players in human robotics. There's nothing to say that, you look at the different competitors, they all have lots of cash.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And there's no guarantee we even need humanoids in the first place. And then if we do, it's going to be a battle. Apple's got money, and they've gotten out of the car. NVIDIA's got software geniuses. They're I think it's a Groot. So they could have the software, then they could apply it to some manufacturing capability. We've been able to build humanoid robots, people, for a long time. It's not that big of a deal.
No,
Like,
and all the robots that are actually used, like in a business to business sense, they're not humanoid for obvious reasons.
people, BMW already has robots. Like, they already got robots on their floor helping build at their manufacturing centers. So, like, the actual components and building of these robots is nothing special. I think the software would be doesn't matter. Like, the artificial intelligence idea of actually running these bots, which, if that's the case, I'm throwing my hat with NVIDIA if we're going to go that way. The software would probably be harder than the hardware, because we've been able to build stuff like this for a while. It's not that big.
No.
But
I
I don't see a compelling case for any of this. I really don't, because it just seems like it's all just long shots. It's all long shots. He even said it in the call. He's just throwing random ideas at you to distract Tesla investors. And then fun stuff like this. So, because here's a big problem too. I know. So remember, all of the Tesla people were so excited that they didn't have franchises. Direct to customers, the future. Direct to customer, no franchises. And I'm like, there's a reason franchises are useful.
Yep.
Like, so I always thought, I'm like, because I worked at a car dealership for a while, and my dad sold cars. There's a reason franchises exist, right? But it's like anything. Franchises, when things are good and you're selling every car you produce out the door, and people are paying higher and higher prices, the demand's never ending, like what happened during the lockdown.
Mhm.
Yeah, they're a drag. Franchises are a drag because you'll send the cars at MSRP, and then the dealerships will gouge the customer, but you don't get that extra money, let's say. So yeah, they're a drag for sure. And then it looks bad for the brand. But when times get bad, franchises hold the cars. So when you see those huge photos of like these giant parking lots full of cars, and like we saw in the delivery numbers for Tesla, they have a huge glut of cars they have not delivered from producing. Well, they are holding those cars though, not the franchises and the dealerships, because the dealerships would take those cars and then they would have to deal with those sitting on the lots, and they'd have to deal with discounting to get rid of them. So like when times are bad, you want those franchises, and then they have to deal with the financing and stuff like that. And then what happens if you have a huge warranty issue, which Tesla's experiencing right now? Lots of warranty issues. We saw it in their costs.
Yep.
Their service costs were going up. Okay. You have a whole franchise network where they can handle warranty issues.
Yeah.
And
They're
recalls.
incentivized too.
You go
Yeah.
into the dealership, they do it, and then Honda, for me, Honda then pays for it. But the dealership handles calling me, setting up the appointment, fixing my car, and out I go.
Yep.
All right. So they don't have like the labor costs on that. They just they just pay the dealership to do it for me.
Mhm.
Tesla's got to do all these warranty services themselves on these cars that are breaking down as their fleet gets bigger and older. Big problem. And look, they're laying off. You can go online, anybody, go look at all the complaints about the service centers. It's like a nightmare from what I can see online. Dealing with these service centers, people just take weeks to get parts. People have to keep going back and back and back because nothing gets fixed properly. And it's just like, they call it getting musked. Like, it just seems like the death of, I can't even imagine having to deal with like a dealership like this much. I've like never had a bad experience at a Honda dealership. Doesn't mean I've paid, you pay for fixing stuff.
Oh yeah,
but
yeah, certainly.
I had my 30,000 mile service was like $800. They flush a bunch of fluids, change your wipers, check everything.
Yeah.
It's not cheap, but never had a complaint before. Things get fixed. So this is like death. I don't want to deal with this. But and here we go. More horror stories. It's been 3.5 months. My Tesla body shop keeps telling me they can't get technician from Tesla to come look at my car, and it won't start. The body shop is 3 minutes away. 3 months. 3 months. He's paying for this car, and he can't use it. 3 months. This all started because we had an accident. The insurance companies covered the rental of the cost. I'm still spending $250 out of pocket a month for gas. Okay. So like I can pull so many of these out. But this company, man, like just it's just when times are good, the way they set themselves up looks flawless.
Yes.
Like when times are good, a little bad though, man. Running these service centers themselves, I thought was a big oof. But I don't know what they can do. I don't know if they can open franchises. I don't even know if that's an option for them. And he wouldn't do it anyways. So here they go. They're holding huge fleets of cars they can't sell. They have to hire all the service techs to fix these things when they break, and the call center people to set up stuff. They don't have a finance wing. I think they still work with Bank of America. I mean, they can offer promotions probably through that bank. But this company. What else? Yeah, so this is one thing I noticed a trend online. So FSD loves to hit curbs. I have noticed this repeatedly online. So the way people keep saying when it's driving, like when I drive, I'm more towards like the line. I think just naturally I like kind of veer to the left, just because you're in the left side of the car. Apparently, like Teslas like to veer to the right a bit. So people get scared because they get close to parked cars, and then when they start turns, and sometimes they even just hit curbs, honestly. So apparently because they need like the painted lines to see where to like position themselves. So I think if they don't have the painted lines on both sides, I think it doesn't know really where to go. It's probably just like guessing, honestly. But man, it's a trend though. People keep hitting curbs with these cars, and these are like $50,000 cars, the brand new, and people are wrecking the hubcaps. And then to replace these tire or these rims, it's not cheap.
No.
So, all right, let's play the. Hold on. Wait. I
Did
can't
you
blow
want
it up,
sound?
I don't think. Shit. Man, okay. Wait, can I? Hold on, let me see if I can blow it up. Okay.
It's fine. Yeah. Where it is. Yeah, it's fine.
All right, watch what happens here.
All right. So
She's
we're
holding the
going-
wheel. She's
Oh, geez.
stopping it. So she's stopping it from turning. Watch
Yep.
this.
Oh, what the?
Had to engage. That thing was gonna freaking rip right on her.
The hell?
So you could see like it started to go over.
Yeah.
And there were cars there. So it's like starting
Yeah.
to merge. And because I don't think it saw the line on the right. Maybe the line was faded. She put her hand on it. As soon as she took her hand off, the thing tried to rip right on her.
Yep.
This is crazy. Like, oof, oh my goodness. So
Good Lord.
all right, I'm gonna play 2 clips. Let me pull this video. We'll move on from Tesla after this. Like, what do you think of Tesla?
Yeah, no thanks. No thanks. Maybe I'm too much of a coward to short it, but yeah, it's a massive avoid for me.
I wouldn't short this.
Yeah.
I get really meme stocks are terrifying. Look at Trump. The Trump stock. Everyone's like, "Oh, this is an easy stock to short." I'm like, "Well, first of all, the premiums saying it's going to go down, that's fine. What are the
Yes.
premiums telling you? Because if you're paying a high premium, then the market's expecting it to go down anyways."
Yep.
And it shot down. And then I'm like, well, at some point it's going to shoot up because it doesn't make sense. There's no valuation underpinnings to this thing.
Yeah.
So it's like crypto with momentum, and I think it shot up like 20% today. So, I mean, what are you shorting? You're guessing.
Yeah.
You might as well be shorting SPY if you're gonna short a meme stock. But all right, I'm gonna play 2 parts. So
All right.
I'm not gonna give you any. So same topic. This was a podcast by Bloomberg. Actually, I thought it was pretty interesting. If anybody wants to listen, I'll probably link it below.
At the speed of light. And then when things go against you, and so maybe there's an element of that. In this case here, you both have factory workers who are losing their jobs and white collar workers who are losing their jobs. In the past, hasn't it tended to mostly just be the white collar folks?
Oh, no. When they cut across the board. It's everything. It's engineers, it's HR, it's recruiting, it's white collar, it's support, it's policy, it's legal, it's manufacturing. They're cutting across the board.
So 2 other things in terms of just the sort of weirdness. One is Elon Musk has been saying for a long time that Tesla's FSD, which is like where he's supposedly going.
What is FSD, Max? Remind us?
Full self-driving, which has now been called full self-driving parentheses supervised. As pointed out last week, kind of a weird name for a product. But in any case, he's been saying basically, yeah, it costs $12,000, $199 a month, but it's going to get more expensive over time because it's so valuable. If you have a robo-taxi and you could send your car out while you sleep, as we've discussed, David, this is your retirement plan. You could pay
part of my retirement.
You might
plan,
pay for more. You might pay more, right? But no, there was a sudden price cut of full self-driving. So you suddenly have this weird reset of a bunch of the basic underpinnings of this company. The last thing, just to build on what Dan is saying, it's not just that they have a huge bunch of cars that are sitting on their books. They've been cutting prices super aggressively for a very long time, for like a year now. It's like you've cut prices like crazy. There's a limit to which they can discount, I think, at this point.
Right, you cut prices super.
So I just talk about some of the Tesla stuff. I find his one point was like, I think we had talked about, me and Jesse, like the only way that made sense for them to constantly be cutting prices so aggressively is if you want huge quantity of cars out there that you then have some sort of subscription model.
Yeah.
The only way that made sense. And my response was, nobody's ever created a subscription model in car history that worked. Like the closest you've gotten was OnStar.
Yes.
Okay, OnStar. And then I think it was BMW tried to charge for premium features
Yep.
to their cars. That failed. And that was like small, right? And even that, like, so you're gonna have to buy the car, pay the car insurance, the car loan payment, and you're gonna pay for FSD. And already they've cut FSD in half, is what he's saying. So now it's like, okay, the subscription model, you just cut from $200 to $100 a month. Like, are you going to cut to $50 a month? Like, how does this make sense as a subscription service? So that was that guy's point.
Yeah.
Right, one other part. I like this part coming up. I think it was here. Okay.
We are going to stave off the worst effects of climate change. Is the cheap Tesla not significantly more important than the robo-taxis?
Well, you
You
won't
would
need to
think.
sell as many cars to consumers if the robo-taxi can just operate 24/7 and drive you around when you need to go where you need to go. And the
None of us will have
robo-taxi is
cars.
still going to be electric. So there's like climate arguments to be made about optimizing the vehicles on the road and like why we have so much traffic because people are driving so much. Like we could there's like a lot of arguments around the climate imperatives around a robotaxi. But yeah, it still seems like a big shift. Like the company's at this big inflection point and not everyone is on board with it, including some executives apparently.
Electric cars have downsides, right? When making a car is an expense, is carbon intensive, but come on, like one of these things is real. It's a car. They work. You can buy them. They're electric motors. And one of them is imaginary. There is no Tesla full self-driving car. There is no robo-taxi. There is no clear pathway to getting a robo-taxi. What we have right now
is that right? Is there really? Why is there no clear path?
It's going to require a regulatory overhaul that would be
bring back
complete,
Patel.
a redesign of our infrastructure. It's a massive undertaking that has not even begun. And again, as I said, like last week, you have companies that are much further along on this kind of regulatory thing, and they are struggling. Cruise, GM, big company, invested a ton of money in getting its cars on the road, getting its robotaxis on the road, had to pull them off. And so it's just, there is no clear path here.
So autonomous.
Yep. Oh,
side note. Yep. There he is.
I did the meme, let me in.
Let me in.
Oh, I never look at the private chat.
It's all right. It's all right. You got in, Fabio. But yeah, like
what?
Great points there.
Like he nails everything. I was like, we have not even started. People need like there is not even started the regulatory overhaul needed to make robotaxi reality. We're not even at first base yet.
I do want to circle back to one of the beautiful points that they made, though, which was fundamentally your business model kind of conflicts with each other in that, yes, you make money off of unit sales. And assuming regulatory works out perfectly, assuming perfect world for the perfect Tesla bull, your robotaxi model would kind of undercut your unit sales. So there are trade-offs and like points of contention here that like, oh well, whatever. Okay.
Yeah,
right.
so volume and so you're saying
maybe I'm
volume
dumb.
decreasing while they also are decreasing the monthly cost of robotaxi or FSD.
Yeah.
It is a conflicting business model.
Okay. What are they thinking? Like entrepreneurs will be like, I'll just buy all the Teslas and have a fleet of robo-taxis. Like, okay.
That's what their model said a year ago. The Meet Kevin model.
Yeah.
16 million Teslas by 2030. 16 million.
What? Dogs will be taking robo-taxis to vet trips? Like, come on.
Fabio is so in. So
Go ahead, Fabio. Go ahead, Dan.
Did you guys see where Tesla's at after hours?
How bad is it? How bad's the bleed?
Well, given what's going on, I think it's in the 140s, 143.
Oh yeah, it dipped a little bit more after hours.
Oh my
No,
gosh.
well, everything's dipping right now. I don't know if you guys were you guys live already when it happened?
The political news update.
Yeah.
I commented to Dan about it.
Does
Like,
Israel blow up something?
Yeah.
Yeah, some
Okay.
missile sites over in Iran, allegedly,
Ooh.
apparently.
That's fun.
Yeah, ABC reported, but I haven't heard too much
Neat.
else from other news sources on like too many other details.
Wow. Israel don't give a F. The world's like, don't retaliate, don't retaliate.
Yeah,
They're like
like,
holding
nope.
their beer.
Yeah, we're gonna retaliate.
Mm. But I think they're trying to make a point. Like, we have better tech than you. Oh. Yeah, tomorrow might be a red day.
Only might.
I don't know.
Okay.
Yep. Random
Any-
side note: aren't I dumb for getting out of oil?
Oh,
But
man.
yeah,
Anything parting shots on Tesla?
and Tesla. Just why? Why?
FSD, some sort of rollout is happening.
Allegedly.
Yeah, because
But-
I got a message here. So it says your full self-driving trial starts now. You've been granted 30-day complimentary trial of full self-driving for your model, blah blah blah. Under your supervision, full self-driving can drive your Tesla almost anywhere. It can also make lane changes, select forks to follow, blah 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 blah.
Damage your rims.
Mm-hmm.
Wait a second. Why are you still getting an email? Do you still own a Tesla, Fabio?
That is unknown.
Oh, okay. All right. Fair enough. Cannot confirm or deny.
Wait. I cannot confirm or deny
Yeah.
this
Yeah.
information.
Do you want
Likely
any?
not.
What do you think? Any CPI? I guess we can talk about CPI, inflation.
Inflation.
This is like the highlights.
Yeah.
I could pull the real thing up if you want to know like roast beef prices and pork
Hey.
chops.
Arby's. We got the beats.
This is bad for Andrew. Juice and drinks.
Yeah.
Almost 30% up. Damn you. But
Yeah.
Mhm.
Price of
the only
aluminum.
shot, I mean, this is the big one people talked about was like car insurance.
Yep.
But I mean, EVs are more expensive to insure. So I'd have to think a lot of that is due to this or they raise this. Motor vehicle repairs are up. Again, EVs are more expensive in a lot of ways to run. So roast beef, I don't know. Got me on that one, but
I guess maybe someone should say what the Fed will do, but like, yeah.
well, I mean, one of the things I know, I should pull the housing stuff up. Hold on. Because I was looking this week, I'm like, when they announced that, well, hey, it might not even be this year, we might be early next year to do any sort of rate drops. First thing I'm thinking of is housing. Let me pull. Where'd it go?
While you're looking at that, there have been some people that have speculated with the Fed, quote, they're not going to be incentivized to move rates around until labor breaks.
Yeah.
So
a lot of the
that is
housing,
something,
a lot of housing companies took a little bit of a dip this week. So if you look at like the index XHB,
hey,
home builders, you can see we got a little bit of a drop lately, baby drop. But and you can see some of the housing companies I follow have dropped recently. So I think some of that price was basically everyone's hope that rates would start dropping at the end of this year. Now it's like, okay, it might be next year. So my cabinet company got from 19 to 16. It's okay. But housing sales, here we go. Retreated, not great. This is here, that looks prettier. There you go.
there we go. Infographic.
Yeah, same story.
Fabio, what say you?
Hopeful. We're hopeful. Nothing confirmed yet.
You're
Yeah,
thinking?
existing home sales declining, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good for builder.
You like it?
I like it.
Are you talking your book here, Fabio?
A little bit. I'm talking my book a little bit. So this is good for home builders as a whole, all of
Yeah.
them.
Mhm.
Yeah. Did you get into the BTI letter?
I did not pull that up.
Oh,
I hadn't even thought of it actually.
Fabio over here just derailing things.
No. It's
Also talking book.
It's an
We can
additional
pull it up in a minute. Yeah.
Yeah, why not?
So
later.
this kind of gets like, I think there could be a good buying opportunity in housing type stocks again.
Yeah. No, I think so
Because originally they flew up last year on
Mhm.
everyone thought, interest rates start dropping JPOW in March, and then then it keeps getting pushed further. So now some of the housing companies or stocks have dipped a bit. Some of the ones I'm following, Simpson has dropped a bit, SSD down 200 down to like 180s. The builder one that Fabio's got dropped a bit.
Yeah.
So a little bit of uncertainty with housing, but the demand's there.
Yeah.
I'm just as soon as interest rates start dropping, I just think they're just ready to rip on housing. All types of housing stocks, I think will do really well.
I think the other part to consider also is like the supply is such where the home builders have been disciplined enough that they didn't go crazy and they're facing an oversupply. Like if there was an oversupply, then whole nother story. But
So
they have been disciplined, I think.
DR Horton was it yesterday or today? Had earnings.
Hmm.
Went up pretty well. I was just looking at their numbers before this. So, they're seeing improving orders. They're getting a bigger market share. That's what they're showing here. They're not overly optimistic or pessimistic from what I could read in the transcripts. Yeah. So not bad. What else from the transcripts?
Good old rate talk.
When do you guys think rates are going to get cut,
moved,
if at all?
Well, Fed allegedly said, back half the year, maybe. But at the same time, though, I've agreed with Dan's sentiment in the past of Fed's the Fed, and if inflation is on the table, then I can see them being more hesitant to cut. That being said, though, they have hinted a little bit, saying that based on how they evaluate things, they see a non-linear downward movement on inflation. So maybe, but what are your guys' thoughts?
So like DR Horton had kind of similar from like Lennar. I think they're being disciplined. They're maintaining their margins while they understand the sales might be down a bit. They understand like the macro, I think, which I think they're handling this well. And I think they're in good positions to increase building basically.
Yeah, they learned their lesson for sure from what's happened in the past, and I think this time around it's actually, dare I say, different.
It is. It clearly is. Like if we view it from a supply demand perspective, like what was real estate like around 07? Because they had their shakeup before the broader markets. It was oversupply was like the key critical detail, and such a painful thing that like I maybe egg on face in this round of earnings calls or future ones, but unless someone's like gone crazy, like just building.
Yeah. I mean, you see a lot of them talk like this, which you take them for what they say. Mortgage
Yeah.
rates, in addition to our efforts to meet demand by balancing sales pace and price to maximize returns.
Yeah.
And then, but they do say there's elevated incentives still in this climate. So I still think this is a great option. Housing. You just get pushed further in the future. But I didn't think interest rates would go down until later this year anyways. it didn't deserve to go down. Basically, unemployment's still good. So
To clarify, also for the viewing public, like the U.S. housing market is so big that, like, yes, like you can throw eggs at us for being talking heads, and maybe in certain localities it's a different story, but the broad market as a whole,
mhm.
I just am not overly worried about the home builders. I don't view them as a juicy short opportunity either.
Oh, there's what I didn't even see it.
Yeah.
You saw it?
No, I just was scrolling down. I'm like, oh, there you did say something.
Yep.
Oh no. Robinhood halted 24-hour trading.
Zeratorn.
Really?
Yee.
No, I don't know.
I don't know about that.
Maybe I don't have it. So.
Potentially.
It's not really 24-hour trading. It's like this extended aftermarket. I
Yeah,
think.
with
Only for
certain
specific
names.
stocks.
Yeah. Yep.
Have you ever tried to aftermarket trade, Bacon?
Not trading like purely like from like a day trader perspective, but like I've had in the past like orders execute on that.
Strongman will buy Tesla. Are you smoking?
I think he's joking.
You really think Strongman would ever buy Tesla? He
I-
hates that company so much. That company created Meet Kevin and
Yeah.
Jeremy. Like, without those gains, they would be nothing. So
Hey, but maybe we should all go to Jeremy over Tanner, because Jeremy says he'll hook us up with 1,000x stocks. Tanner's only giving us what, 30x?
I think that's hilarious. Yeah. So like they keep out Xing each other. Hey, you want a 4x? You come see Fabio and me and Andrew. We can at least give you that. We're not bag holding SoFi. So oh man.
Always fun.
What's his new 1000x?
He's got new software.
It's
Oh.
a software gimmick. It's gonna be another failed Hungry Bull, odds are.
Wow.
Yeah. Strongman
Alright.
did a thing on it.
Are you ready for
Yes.
oh, I should pull this up. Wait. Have you seen this, Fabio?
Everything money trying to rehabilitate themselves.
Oh yeah.
5 stocks that you should hate. Of course, this man, he can't help himself. He's got to say Nvidia. Like, of all the stocks. I think he has amnesia. I think he's just he must have paid for a hypnotist to block it out of his mind. The way he's talking recently, he's totally forgot that he lost $10 million. So, but people down in the comments roasted him a bit. So 5 stocks that 5 stocks to buy if you hate money. Okay, Nvidia
was on the
Costco.
But the whole point is he really loves this company. They're so wonderful. They're all about 15% markup on everything. Doesn't care what it is. 2, they're all about making it membership that costs money. He's right. It decreases the amount of theft out there. If you have to pay money over the next 4 years.
Let's see why he
so
doesn't
again,
like it.
nothing to write home about, but it's slow and steady, and that wins the race. So what is the right price to pay for Costco? Let's see what I did on it in the last
12, 14,
last
16.
time I did it. I did it on March
I
7th,
don't
their
know.
all-time high. Isn't that ironic? So I did assumptions of 4, 6, and 8% revenue growth.
21, 24.
Profit margins very low, guys. Look at that. Very, very low profit margins. I mean, their gross margin is only 15%. You can't get a big profit margin when your gross margin is 15.
What do you
I
think?
just put
$200
2.5% across the board.
It's worth?
PE. I am willing to pay a premium for Costco, but the question is how much a premium. Is 60 times earnings reasonable? I don't think so. I put 18, 21, and 24. Now,
let's see his price.
This is the art of investing. This is what I talk about. Valuation is an art. You might sit there and say, Paul, you're crazy for going that low. It should be 25 or 30. I'm not here to argue that. You're probably right. For me to feel comfortable, I'm okay at 18, 21, and 24. Or you might sit there and say, Paul, that's crazy. That's too much. More power to you. That's the beauty of investing. You can pick that. And probably in the history of the world has not had a hard time for that.
He doesn't even show his.
You gotta be patient.
Oh,
wait for the right to not sit there.
He doesn't even show it.
Yeah.
Are you kidding me?
Doesn't show his software anymore.
Look at that. He doesn't even show what
Fortune.
the buy price is.
Yeah.
Oh wait, okay, we see.
I mean, it's circled some. So.
300 and 420.
Yep.
Okay.
Creative. Good number.
Yep.
CMG. Oh, Chipotle.
Yeah.
Chipotle Mexican Grill.
See what
E.
you like.
coli. Was it E. coli? It was E. coli.
coli?
I remember saying on Facebook one time, I said,
E. coli?
I'd
What
rather
did he
have
say?
E. coli
E.
than not
coli.
have Chipotle.
Yeah.
And that's
God.
100% fact. Now,
Man,
another great
those
stat.
coli.
Comparable store
They
sales.
got
What are
certain
comparable
things
store
in the
sales?
food.
These are, what are the sales
With
growth?
Ebola.
These stores have been open for at least a year or 18 months, or once they're stabilized. Ow. Look at this
Okay.
EPS growth. 21%, 20.8, 22.5, 19.3, 19% according to analysts. Okay, now granted, they're analysts. One, major bias there. And two, there aren't many as you get further along. That's some big growth, that earnings. Big growth.
Okay, let's see.
21 and 20.
Okay, 20% revenue by analyst, and he puts 5,913. What? Like this man, you can't help him.
Those margins.
24. So I'm going to change that a little bit. And for desired annual return, I'm going 9% across the board. I'm not putting any margin of safety in, which
9% return. So
Okay.
we're doing S&P 500 return for Chipotle.
That's all we need.
What are we
obviously I tell
doing?
people, if you're going to buy an individual stock, I have my watch.
What do you think of that? $500 to almost $2,000.
It's classic. Paul has to be cut in half.
Is that very helpful to people? Like, what's so, guys?
I hope his software burns with Chipotle when the stock split happens, and everybody's like, "Let's bullet Russian once the stock split hits."
I love how he's just picking stocks that have done amazingly that someone like Paul would never buy, and shitting on them,
Yeah.
even though these are all amazing investments.
Yeah.
That
Like
he'd buy 3M, right? Smith and Wesson. But this is a bridge too far.
this is
Next
why
one's
you end up-
Microsoft. Oh, Fabio's stock. Netflix.
Was the low.
Hey.
162 was the low in May of 2021. That's a huge drop.
No,
That's a
what?
70, almost a 70.
May of 2021, May of 2022.
Ooh.
Hey, don't you question the LeBron James of finance, the quote unquote self-proclaimed.
So what did you see out of that drop? I know it was 2 years ago now. What was the number one thing you're like, this is gold? Like,
if you took management's guide on earnings, and they even really not even their guide, but if you went in and looked at how management told you how to look at the business, which they even have a slideshow presentation that breaks down all of their accounting and how to understand Netflix's books, all for free. They publicize it, and I think they have many iterations of the same presentation. If you just look up streamer accounting, it should come up, and it's just Netflix. It's made by Netflix. If you go through that, and then you go through their financials, you start to uncover that this business is really not meant to be looked at via the cash flows, the statement of cash flows. It's quite misleading. And GAAP net income, funny enough, does a great job, or a decent job enough, at representing the actual business. And if you had looked at the time, what were some of the issues going on? They had a loss in subscriber count. However, what happened? Russia invaded Ukraine, and they exited completely out of Russia. And so that temporarily made the figures look suddenly like they were losing subscribers. With the added context that they were leaving an entire country, you could determine, okay, they're not actually shrinking. They're still growing net of Russia, and outside of this, things should be fine. There's a company, not to derail it, but there is a company I'll end with on this, rant, that is going through a temporary issue that I have told both of you about, and it shares your namesake.
Oh.
And I still would like to trade. I might not end up buying it, but I will be watching it and be like, damn it, I should have done it.
Get potatoed.
You also have the biggest piece, because it is a much better business, this one. Because if you looked at the Nielsen data as far as what streamer was just dominating the top 10, it was consistently Netflix. And a lot of the narrative was why investors didn't want to invest in it is because all of the other streamers are coming online. They have just better content. They had already been coming online at that point, and they weren't winning. They weren't winning share. It consistently Netflix. HBO would release one good show, and it would make one show in the top 10. But then all the others were like Netflix, and then maybe Apple would show up, maybe Disney would have one, but the rest were Netflix. Like 7 to 8 of the top 10 were just always Netflix. Still, right now, if you look at it right now, it's dominated by Netflix. It's pretty horrifying. It's like a slam dunk.
Actually, Fabio, when it comes to Netflix, pencil out the interesting thing with wrestling.
That's
there is the cost, but 2025, like the product has been inflecting quite positively, and you're getting the flagship brand too.
Makes me wish I bought more, kind of, but I bought my initial position TKO at 80.
Oh, you did. Very nice.
Like a start, and
Yeah.
but it's all the risks. I had all the Vince McMahon risks, right? So now here we are. Vince McMahon risks have been mitigated, not eliminated. He still owns a significant portion, but he's liquidated quite a bit of it.
Yep.
Then now you have the new information of the Netflix deal, because at the time I did my video, one of the pending concerns was Vince McMahon and the Raw contract. So now Netflix came in. So now things are more clear, but now it's 85 to like 95, or it's 80 to 95 now. So, but the potential of that business, I'm very intrigued. I'm watching it intensely. So I don't know. I mean, if we have a downturn, that's on top of my watch list, honestly. I think that's going to be a cash flow machine, that business. And I like how they have the various contracts. It's not one deal. I like how they have multiple deals that they can, every few years they renew at least one of their deals. So and they've maintained the library, which if I remember correctly, they maintain ownership of their library.
Oh yeah, yep.
So I think like the Raw deal didn't include anything but Raw. So they maintain their historical backlog, which they can do what they want with. Like they have their own online service.
Yep.
So I think they could sell that also, actually, to some other content generating machine.
They had a good run actually with whoever owns Biography or AEW or AE Biography of like past great wrestlers, as far as like rivalries or like individual storylines and whatnot. So like nothing crazy as far as revenue generation, but should be all right from a margin perspective.
Like WrestleMania seemed to be well received with The Rock. But one thing you remember, The Rock is very expensive. So The Rock, if The Rock comes in and there's not like substantial increases in WWE's business, it's like he's expensive.
Yeah.
Him coming back to operate to, like, I think he's the content creator on the board now. So he's not cheap.
No.
He's like
it's like NBA.
Yeah, he's getting paid. But he if he can produce, then so who cares? But that business is interesting. So good old Paul. Wait, let's see if we can. Does he have a buy price? There we go. 189 low, 540 high, 320 mid.
Jesus Christ, that's huge. What were his assumptions to get 540?
Okay, let me go back. Here you go.
There you go.
Guys, I only just said it's a buy between $100 a share and $1,000 a share.
A lot of good that does.
How useful is this to people?
Yeah.
I don't understand. Guys, it's a buy between 180 and 500. Like,
it's such a huge spread.
How am I supposed to do with that?
Yeah. That's such a wide range of market cap too.
Really? The discount that he's applying on the high end that gives him the 500 figure is 15%?
That facial expression.
This is like not Fabio approved.
It's like someone farted in front of you.
Something's weird about this valuation.
I've caught his software having math errors before.
Oh yeah.
There's something weird about it. This that figure, that's a pretty hefty discount for a company that does trade at quite a premium right now. For it to even give you 540.
Paul should start his video short, pretend he never did it the first time. Like,
Not wrong, not wrong, Slurpees. Not wrong.
he's gonna revise history and say that he did it now if it goes to like 500.
Oh, speaking of which, I don't know if you guys saw in the chat. I'll say it on Dan's live stream first. It's a Dan live stream exclusive. I'm doing it.
Doing
TSMC question mark?
No. When's NVIDIA reporting?
Question mark.
When's NVIDIA reporting?
I don't know.
Not next week.
Yep.
Wait, where am I missing it?
They'll be reporting. I think when is it? Let me get the date.
You're Pauling it? Oh no.
No, don't Paul it. Don't Paul it. Come on. I will be appalled.
Appalled. It's coming up. Is this true? May 22nd, 2024.
Oh. Well, any strong opinions from?
It's
anyone?
really far out, so like the momentum on semis may not last, but I kind of want to play like a guidance downtrend for NVIDIA.
Ooh, interesting.
Really?
Or just like playing speculation, by the way, nothing
Yeah,
crazy.
of course.
Just for fun. Kind of like what we recently did with some other stocks, Lululemon. Man, I should have held those.
I know. What is it? It dropped $2 since it was sold.
The degeneracy.
400 would have become what, 500%.
I say this even though I also joined in on a play we all had.
Man, if I put my Disney money in that,
yeah,
dude, I would have made like 50 grand or something.
Oh my gosh, the Perry puts. The Perry puts.
Yeah. And Andrew, of course, had to say today to me, quote, if only we knew that geopolitics also would further add more.
Like the closest thing I can think of when last year McBuda randomly just says Vorb and talks about making fun of Vorb when I was saying Virgin Galactic.
Oh.
Bell goes off in my head because I then instantly remembered what Vorb was. I do like an hour of work. I actually called out of work to look at it. I went home early. I'm like, because I jogged my memory that there was another Virgin Galactic company. So as soon as I figured it out and I'm looking at it, I'm like, they're going bankrupt. So I went 5 figures against it. And then it went bankrupt like a month later. I got out before bankruptcy because I even asked Fabio because I'm like, can I sell my puts after it goes bankrupt? I've never held that long. I get nervous. Yeah. And he's like, no, yeah, you can. And then that was the same time Robinhood got in trouble, I think.
Yeah. That
they wouldn't let people sell puts on some company when it went bankrupt, their contracts. So I was like, okay.
Yeah.
So I bailed. I rode that puppy down pretty good too, though. I think I went from like $4 to like 25 cents on it. Yeah. But that was better than Perion was not as good as that actually.
We gotta hunt for those. We gotta become
Perion was the same when he told me about it, light bulb went off like immediately. When he gave us like the elevator pitch on it, like winner. I didn't have to think too hard about it, but
we got to hunt for the next short.
Oh no.
Yeah, the one that like retail really wants. Sometimes maybe in the future, one of these merge art plays that we think is going to be heavily challenged, like the Spirit one. That could have gone either way, but Lisa Khan, man, and the judge.
I will say, so I think I'm like 8 of 9. I'm pretty good recently.
Yeah.
My plug power one was really good. And I remember that was like the first one I actually told. I told Fabio when I did it, and I never talk about this stuff. That was the first. This was a while ago. I'm like, short and plug. It was like 25. As soon as I short, it goes to 26, and I'm down like 30%. I'm like, I'm an ass. I'm like, wait, I know I'm right though. And then it curved over. But it's like $2 now. I think I bailed on it like 10.
Very nice.
But yeah, it's you the whole idea people say ride it to bankruptcy.
Ooh,
That's like failing company get cut in half is one thing. Bankruptcy is a different game,
yeah,
right? It can
Yep.
keep getting cut in half for a long time.
Yeah. Because if we're talking like riding something all the way to bankruptcy, that even
Then you take the
people,
risk if it gets cheap enough, someone could buy the company.
yeah,
Something
yeah,
could happen you didn't expect when it gets
Like-
that low. You gotta be
like,
concerned of.
and
Penny
even if
stocks do weird things. So
yeah, even if the stars align, like people with serious resources and backing can still get burned over by their broker or what have you. Like it's happened time and time again. Like depending on how you express your short, also. So it's
now here's what killed like people are like, oh, you're taking all this risk, Dan. It's risky. Shorting companies is risky. I'm like,
Yeah.
you know what else is risky? Turnaround plays that people have no problem buying into all the fucking time. I gotta stop swearing. But so many like this is kind of what I was trying to harp on for value investors. They're so ready to just buy a stock because it's cheap with no understanding of like, is it or isn't it a turnaround play? Like, they bought it because it dropped.
Well, you know what I
And
like?
turnaround
And
plays are very difficult investments. I think, in my opinion, it's one of the most difficult investing strategies to be successful at. I think is turnaround plays. That's my opinion, but
no, I agree.
I hear
Good
your
for-
opinion, but I like French fries. And I like
what are you
companies.
talking about that.
I like companies that went down a lot recently, speaking of, and have your namesake.
Yeah.
Dan, this live stream is getting potatoed.
Right. It's a commodities company. Come on.
If you kind of peel back the covers, you might be able to kind of get that different look or opinion on the value.
Yeah. I'll look at it this weekend. I don't know if I'm going to do any other trading this year. I gotta say, it might be a good play. I just might not. I did
Probably-
like Lulu was just for fun.
Fabio, do you want to pitch slam a certain potato company?
I mean,
Dan.
CM deserves that one, I suppose.
Uh-oh, we have a request to react to the greatest YouTuber of all time.
Oh no,
Which one?
Khmer.
This?
Yeah.
Is the one below?
It's that title of that video. Westwood
Hold on.
Salient Enhance.
Oh dear God.
Start 3 minutes market and 5 minutes to enjoy.
If he sent the link, we probably can't see that link.
Yeah, because YouTube is weird like that with the live.
YouTube's like, yeah, you can't share links. That could be a scam. Joseph Bruno's a scammer.
Is this really what he wrote? What am I even doing?
Oh,
Hey, there it is.
It's this thing?
it can't be
Oh,
that.
I see. Oh my God. Do I really have to play this? Okay, hold on.
It's your channel. You don't have to.
Yeah, it's, no, you don't.
Now that strong, like, it
You
breaks
saw
my
the-
heart that this is a Marine. Like, this guy's an Army or a Marine officer.
Yeah.
Because there's a code of conduct when you become an officer in the military, and you're supposed to live that code of conduct in your professional and personal life. And the only thing I can think of is that he just doesn't realize how much he's destroying people's lives.
Mhm.
I mean, there are terrible officers that don't care. I mean, obviously,
Yeah.
but like we've watched, like, he's literally destroying people, like tens of thousands of dollars lost. Like, individuals. It's quite stunning.
Yeah.
What did you say? 3 minutes?
Joseph Bruno says no, it's in his videos, not
Oh.
live stream.
Did I miss it?
Uh,
Oh, it's in his videos, not a live
Yeah.
stream.
yeah, yeah. Just why?
I don't think I can get it to open.
That's weird.
It's apparently in his videos. So if you click his channel,
I can't click it. What the
really,
hell?
Oh, did he ban you?
you can't do that on YouTube. No, it's just
Oh.
No, I think Google's just being weird.
Okay.
What the hell? Let me try one more time.
well, the strongman war drum has been drummed.
Yes, the first salvo has been fired.
Oh, he did a video?
Yeah, he did a dedicated video. It was like just shy of 20-ish minutes is what I wanted
It's
to
the
say. I glanced
beginning.
at. Yeah.
And it's so like you can't say anything. He bans you immediately. Anything. And I think this okay.
Oh no, Hydra DM, don't catch a falling potato peeler.
Okay, 3 minutes, he said. 3 minutes.
Let's look at one of them. Here's Strive Midcap ETF that's launched today or a couple of days ago. And then I just look at it, just read up and see if there's an option, income, or something like that. If not, then I just skip it. Here's one Oprah high grade structured product. I don't even know what that means. ETF. And then I just read it. It funds seek income capital preservation through actively managed portfolio. Portfolio invest grade securitized products select based on fundamental. No idea what it means. So 99% of the time when I read stuff, I have no idea what it means. It's just crazy. People think that I understand it, but I definitely didn't understand this. So that's what I do. I just go and select these new funds. And so on Friday, I saw MDST. And I was like, what the heck is this? And so I select this. And the word income ETF attract me because that's what I invest. That's high yield dividends, income. So that's my cup of tea. Okay. So Westwood Salient Enhanced Midstream Income ETF, also known as MDST, is an exchange traded fund that mostly invests in energy equity. So energy equity, that means
You have no idea what it means.
I can't even explain energy equity. All I know is these are assets,
It makes income.
companies
Income.
that focus on energy. That's probably better.
Yeah, but how do you know,
English enough?
Keemers?
All right, the fund is actively managed. Now, for some reason, it seems like they're all actively managed. So
They are all
like it's crazy. Like I don't know why they even list that.
They have to
The
be
fund is actively managed. Now,
Wait,
and
did he
that
say
is
why do they
invest
list it
in
that way?
midstream North American company and
my
U.S.
God.
Master Limited Partnership MLPs. Okay. In addition, the fund enhanced income through cover call option. That is the reason why I own it. It's essentially that's it.
Oh my God.
So these funds
doing?
own energy asset produce dividends and stuff like that. And so the dividends
His
give
IQ is like
give
maximum
you a certain
80.
amount of money.
Like that's
But
the
however, if they
maximum
do
IQ.
option trading on that,
I can't listen to it. Like,
Oh my god.
this is so pain. Like, people are gonna follow this. Like, oh, I don't know.
By the way, I don't know if you know this, but he insinuated the other day. Someone was sharing the Discord discussion that he was having. He was insinuating that he participated in clandestine missions.
Yes, I remember that. I remember that bit.
Does
Oh.
that make you feel bad?
I don't know what his branch is because Marines don't have their branch on them. The Army officers, you have branch insignia. You used to be, actually, you used to. I don't even know if you do anymore. The old BDUs. So you could tell an Army officer, you could tell like I was a quartermaster at a wagon wheel.
Mm.
But oh God, what is he doing? Don't do it. Don't
What
do
is
it.
he doing? He's selling options
Doing
on
options.
He's
you
thinking.
get
He's been
$35
thinking about
from
it.
this. So how many share they own? All right, so they own.
Okay, this is what I was going to go look at what this Westwood owns. Okay, bunch of gas. Okay, liquid natural gas, pipeline. Pipeline. Okay, MLP. Okay, whatever.
Don't you love it, Fabio?
No, I was laughing at the way you came back on camera.
$1.
Oh, me.
All right,
It's funny.
$5,000 from this particular
You're like-
contract. All right, so
Like,
let's assume all of them made
Everyone
$5,000. Okay, because we don't have time to go all through all of them. All right, so there's 47 holding here. Okay, let's just use the 10. Well, there's 47, and depending, some of them gonna make more, some make less. You know, because
I'm
the
going up
market
and
value
down.
is less. So
Jesus.
I don't know.
You don't know.
Kind of
anything.
weird. So essentially, what you do is that's the premium you get. We're all making 50 cents each. Right?
It's not 50. What are you talking about?
By the way, like as a Easter egg for people that are in the watching, Mr. Penguin like repeatedly streams video games while cameras is live. Just appreciate the glory.
Wait,
oh yeah, he's doing it right now, Mr. Penguin. I can see him.
wait. He sold 112 covered or calls on this. Oh my
I don't know
God.
if he did it or didn't, but like
Did
he
he?
has been looking into it.
Well, he said 5,000. So yeah, I think he did. Holy
Oh,
shit.
he's going to accelerate his return.
Yes.
Tomorrow
Yeah.
he's getting margin call. Tomorrow he's what if the price of Tesla after hours maintains, and what people are seeing on interactive brokers due to what's going on across the world, and we open up lower tomorrow at about 143 price for Tesla, yeah, he's getting that margin call.
What do you think of these premium farming channels that have kind of sprung up on YouTube? Where that's like their whole gimmick is selling contracts. Like
A lot of these people never show brokerage. They don't.
Yeah.
And when I've conversed with some of these people, they are always talking about they make this much, that much, and it's always a spreadsheet. It's always a spreadsheet. They never show anything, and you kind of catch them on some things like a lot of them are in Khmer's group, and they give him false hope on because I actually do think that Khmer's is just not that intelligent, so he's not capable of understanding. And then there's some people in his server that lie for internet clout, and he believes them. I genuinely think he is not intelligent enough to kind of catch them on their fibs, and he genuinely believes them. So he also is almost like a victim of his own cult. We don't feel bad for him. That's what to the audience. Do not feel bad for him. He deserves this.
Yeah.
But and kind of echoing on that, there's like YouTube channels dedicated to this, and they all follow the same pattern. Spreadsheets, doing like the wheel strategy, etc. The one who's, I think, figuring out it's a lot harder than it is TJ the Wheel Deal. And he has a little bit of a unfortunate story as to how he got started and all that, but he seems like he's a bit, to my knowledge, I could be wrong, he seems like he's a bit more transparent on the fact that it is hard for him, and he is making a lot of mistakes, and he's learning slowly that it's not that easy. But yeah, there's a lot of channels just dedicated to just.
Well, you know what he did? He fell into the Amit Tanner Tevis group, and all of a sudden he starts to sell options on SoFi.
Oh, wonderful.
That might have been part of it.
Oops.
So like all of a sudden he's a big SoFi guy out of the blue. Who would have thought? And then he started selling contracts, and maybe he got a little dinged up by that. I don't know.
Because he doesn't understand the risk he's taking on with doing the wheel strategy, because the wheel strategy is not risk free at all.
And some of these people are doing it naked. They're not even doing. You need the cash to run a wheel.
Yeah.
It's not a naked strategy.
Wow.
It's born out of desperation for income.
No kidding.
This premium farming is so weird. Or like yeah, they don't understand that premium comes. You're buying a like the risk of something happening or not happening, and it's kind of weird. Like,
If
oh
they
yeah,
just
I
look
got
at-
this contract year and a half out for the. I'm like, year and a half, like Jesus Christ, for any stock. Amit did that. I think Amit sold contracts on Palantir a while ago at like way out, like a year, like over a year out, like a leap. It's like, oof, what, buddy? What?
Wait, he sold a put or a call?
I think he sold. I think he sold put. I can't remember. Might have been a put he sold.
Yeah.
He's done okay with some of the stuff he's done, but
I think in his case, sheer luck. But he's still down a lot, or he's breaking even / down on his Palantir by this point.
I was gonna say, Christian, I have done 2 portfolio reviews of Paul during the lockdown. There's going to be a third coming.
Glorious.
And well, actually, I don't want to spoil it. So you can there's 2 already in my videos. So yeah, you can see his performance. The third one I think was dated like March 2022, the video he did. So I'm tracking what little portfolio videos I can find of him. So I also am going to do a video on his letters he wrote on Seeking Alpha from 2020 or 2012 and 14. That'll be fun.
Capital
But yeah, Mr. Bearish. Oh, what else? Who's this? Hydra. Is he with you on?
Yep, that is why I said don't catch a falling potato peeler.
He sold SoFi to go all into Ulti. Oh yeah, that was recent.
Yeah.
This is toxic. I wonder what we were saying to make him type that.
It's either that or he's commenting on shoot, how far away was that?
Maybe he was commenting on Khmer's.
Yeah.
At least this guy doesn't hide how dumb he is, unlike Jeremy and Kevin or Mass Reception. Very true. Khmer's doesn't even understand what he's, and it's funny because he's just like, I don't know what I'm doing, but then he has these very rigid stances on investing after he tells you he has no idea what he's doing.
Not only that, but he's margined like nobody's business.
He constantly is maximizing his margin. Yeah. Like the day will come.
He's fine. He's fine. Everything's fine.
He says, quote, I found out that I cannot have margin at or above 75K. So I'm aiming it to keep it around 70K.
Schwab's going to do what Schwab's got to do. The day will come and you're just going to get an email one day.
Last I
you're
saw,
be like, what happened?
Last I saw, it was around 72K. Like as he was saying that, so it's hilarious.
Oh wait, look at this. He already got margin called. He sold 300 shares of Rivian. Yep. Oh, and he now proudly invest. Oh, really? So he's already.
Oh,
ooh.
Yeah. But
I wondered if that 10,000 was a margin call.
If you go right now to his recent video, I'll just put the link, and it's actually, let me do this way because it takes you right to the part. You don't have to watch.
You want to share? You can share it, right?
Oh yeah, I can. That's right. Never mind. I forgot I can share.
I have to give you permission or something.
No. It's just
I see a present button.
Oh, I see it.
Yep.
So it's just we don't have to play it. It's just to show this screen. So look how much worse it's gotten. He is down now almost $50,000. It was not too long ago, it was 30. And not too long before that, it was only 18.
I remember 18. Yeah.
You remember $18,000 down. $47,000 down now. He says it's not a problem. Yeah. Not a problem at all. Because he makes the argument that this is all that matters.
Even though he is insistent, quote, it's not my money with the margin, it's Schwab's money, so it's okay. If you have a real estate background, you know.
Yep. And he thinks that this is like the payout that will happen for the rest of his life. So right now, in his poor, sad little mind, he thinks that he's going to be generating 12K off of 68K. And like when I confronted him and I said, if you know real estate, if you claim that you know real estate, what would you say to me if I told you I found a property that was $200,000 and was going to yield you $80,000? You'd probably be like, well, Fabio, what kind of S-hole are you selling me that I'm going to have to renovate it with, like, I don't know, another $300,000 into the property? Because maybe it's $200,000 just to have the POS structure, and then all the capital will have to put into it. Then maybe it would yield like that. But it flew right over him. He didn't understand. It just like went like, why do you gotta make it so complicated? Oh, by the way, he's also apparently playing the race card now.
Oh yeah,
race
yeah.
card.
Yeah,
'cause
so against
other people
Chris,
criticized him.
Oh,
Yeah.
you can't say dividends.
oh, I saw someone's their mod said it was racist. He doesn't get the joke.
Yeah, it's funny because his mod, like when I was debating him as Coney, he was like, "Oh, this liberal." I was like, "What the fuck?" Yeah, it's funny.
They're all patriots. All the taxes they're gonna pay.
I salute them. Thank you for your
Thank you.
service.
You are contributing to my Social Security. God bless. So,
Yeah, thank you for all the money that all of these fine young gentlemen. I love that. The guy called YieldMax gets me bricked up. I can see him there.
who is that? Do you know who that is?
No idea.
I don't
No,
either.
I don't.
Yeah.
There's no way they incidentally picked that name. So
It's just the best combination. You get to underperform, pay tax, and get margin called. Like, sign me up.
ugh.
Oh,
What was
God.
the one Alti? That one
Yes.
kills me. The Alti one.
Yep.
I cannot believe that they buy this thing. Like, I like the holdings of that thing are like atrocious.
Look at the most recent top holdings. It's well, you probably you know.
Let me see if it's changed.
Recently, it's CLSK, man, and that other company.
Oh my god. This is like peak degeneracy, people. Clean Spark, like I told you, they're all crypto investors. They don't even realize it. Like Clean Spark. Okay, what's this? BHVN.
Oh, he read Robert Kiyosaki, by the way. He
Yeah.
quoted him the other day.
Oh my god, a biotech company?
Of course. The Alti's goal is to seek out anything that has a really high implied volatility.
Get
And
that
then just
premium, man. It's just
harvest
it's income. Don't make this so hard. We'll just bet on the most risky stocks in America. Oh,
and he always says, he's like, I will have that income for life.
I
He
saw that.
pulled-
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
I'm like,
yeah.
do you mean like 1 year? Meaning life? Maybe.
Oh, I forgot to ask him if Tesla or when Tesla has another reverse split, because his rule is he has to have a set amount of shares. So if or when there's another reverse split, will he have to rebuy more Tesla? Makes me
All right,
wonder.
so I'm looking at Alti's holdings. So that biotech, then it's
Yep.
Clean Spark, Coinbase,
Yep.
Carvana, Enphase. My God, the freaking these stocks. You're gonna have a heart attack owning these things.
No, because you have to focus on the
EHPT.
income. It's fine.
I don't even know what these are. Lyft, okay, degenerate. MicroStrategy, of course.
Thanks, Michael
Something
Saylor.
called Super Micro. Got to get that, of course. This is like the most insane holdings I've ever seen. And they've gotten wrecked on this recently. Shocker. When you buy a bunch of derivatives on high beta stocks, what could happen? Like, what could possibly happen, people? Oh, that's right. Like,
But it yields 16%, Dan.
oh, they're gonna get train wrecked on this thing. This is an abomination. This one's the worst, I think.
And that's his
Absolute worst.
second largest investment.
But it's
It's
diversified.
diversified,
man.
Fabio. Why are you making it so hard? This is diversified.
It's either that one or Coney that's his second largest.
It's got a bunch of different companies, so it's safe. So
Once Coney gets clapped, It's Jover. That's his one that he points to. He's like, look, I'm up on Coney.
Oh my god. Look at this freight. Oh.
Yeah. If we have a broad market sell-off and we do some sort of correction right before elections, that's all that's needed to just absolutely annihilate his portfolio. Annihilate it. Like he will probably blow the whole thing up. And someone said over under 3 months him getting margin called on Tesla. I have put maybe a little bit too conservative of a bet. I put it by end of Q3. Emperor Sauron said end of Q2, which is about your 3 months.
Andrew,
I've been
just
trying to speed
send
it
it
up.
to the group chat. I can pull it.
Yeah.
I don't think you can send links in the messenger.
Mm-hmm.
I'm surprised Fabio hasn't gotten banned yet.
What do you mean?
Oh,
He
yeah,
did
he
get
did.
banned.
Yeah, he did get
He's
banned.
banned.
Dude, I got banned hardcore. You know what I did to
Ooh.
get banned? I started saying their own ideas as like they were my own. But I went like full R word. So like, I fully embraced their ideas. I became like the most, and they're like, "Oh, he's trolling us," and then they banned him. I was trolling, so they weren't wrong.
Ooh, this is kind of interesting.
Oh, Alta.
Wait, it sold off again?
I didn't know it did this. I was not following.
Again?
Well, it
Bacon.
makes sense. We just traded Lulu, and that got wrecked too.
Bacon, what the heck?
What do you mean? What the heck? Why
You're
you
the
looking
guy
at me?
assigned to pay attention to Ulta at all times.
Oh, that is a lie and a half.
Not and a half. It's just a lie.
It's a levered lie. It is a half.
Wow.
This is what
Ulta.
Andrew sent.
Oh.
An accountant with $500 cash generate $4,000 a week when selling options at 8.8%. That is a 180 salary before tax.
Is that his delta? Is that what he's referring to?
Wait, what?
What?
I think that's his delta.
The
Interesting.
the what?
4,000 a week. Yeah,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah. Yeah, okay there.
Stocks I like. Tesla, SoFi. Okay. Oh wow, look at you,
Yeah.
Mr. Popular stock guy.
Grind E options.
I was gonna say never trust the guy with the backwards hat, but
You're wearing a backwards hat.
Never trust people with glasses either.
Says, oh, all three of us. Oof.
It's like I don't even need glasses. Ha.
I don't either. I wear them for comfort.
No.
These are
Never.
blue light glasses. So
Hey.
That's the same.
I don't.
Yeah.
I wear them when I have to read reports.
Imagine I just start doing this.
I didn't know this sold off. I mean,
Yeah.
Same here.
Literally, like Bacon failed. He's literally his
What are you
whole job.
talking about? I'm not under capital mindset payroll.
Oh, this guy said sell it.
Oh
The
no.
official end of lipstick. Tail. What the hell's lipstick affect tailwinds?
The hell?
I'd have to look and see like what maybe they guided down. I know last year their issues was theft.
Yeah. Yeah.
When it got crushed last year,
Yeah,
the big problem was the theft issue. So that's why I bought into it as soon as it dropped, which was Jesus. That was a while ago now, wasn't it? It was this one. Yeah, I think it was this one last year. Because it dropped. I think it was here. And then I wrote it up to like 470. I think right here. Yeah. I didn't even know.
Yeah.
Their problem is always everyone's always like, oh, Alta can expand to international. Like that's always the bulk. I'm like, can they really? Like, I think there's a reason why they're not international. So
yeah.
Oh, it's something to look at.
Yeah.
I'll be interested to look at it.
Dude, if things start selling off the way they are, there's a lot of really interesting opportunities popping up. There's a lot. I might have to do something, that thing, like way sooner than I thought.
Box. Oh, Square.
Look who showed
Oh,
up.
there he
Hey,
is.
what's up?
There's the other half of Two Accountants, One Gap. Are you using the right microphone? Question mark.
Yeah, you're not.
Yay!
Is that-
That is my value add to the people.
Thank you, Bacon. I always tell people, tell me if it sounds like shit. No one else does.
We're just like, yep, that's his voice.
Value add.
And a friend, like if you're out in public with him, he'll like nudge you and be like, "You got something stuck in your tooth." Yeah, he'll bro you in that. That's a good thing.
But
I'm always the person to say that.
Me too.
You don't have a
Did-
friend that like wipes it off for you?
pulls out a handkerchief.
Cool.
He takes out a handkerchief, like, come here.
They lick it first.
Yeah,
Fuck away from me.
you got a little smudge on her cheek.
Wait, who else here? Who else here like actually like regularly goes out with at least one handkerchief on them?
Obviously, of course.
Wait, you no?
No.
Okay, I'm the only. Okay, all right.
No, I got my pinky out. Hold on.
Yeah, because I usually go out with at least one on me.
What do you use it for?
Blowing my nose, man.
See, question on that: Do you then wash a handkerchief?
Oh yeah, of course. Like, why wouldn't I?
No,
ew.
I just.
Yeah.
Okay, I guess it makes
Yeah,
sense.
like a snot field handkerchief. Like you.
I don't know. I thought maybe they don't look super expensive, but maybe people throw them away. I don't know.
I apologize to the viewing public that may be eating, but yeah, they're just
Bro,
ew.
I grew
I'm
up like,
hungry. I'm very hungry. Don't do this to me.
bro. I grew up in like, I'm a hillbilly. Okay, I grew up in the woods. I don't know these handkerchief things.
They don't cost much, like usually. But anyways,
Bro, I was happy if my underwear for the morning didn't have holes in it.
No, that is fair. Wait, not even leg holes?
anyways. Okay, sorry.
Did we want to double back to the value investing topic? Because that was a great video, Dan. Like, speaking as a guy with a value bias, a recovering everything money person. Yeah,
It seems like I hate every style of investing. People message me. I'm like, I'm just covering it and giving you some negatives I see. Like,
yeah. No, like it's very true. Like, that is why behind the scenes, like, I've tried to embrace different styles and perspectives, and I've been a whole lot less judgmental for it.
Like Andrew is a successful value investor, and Fabio, Aerojet,
yeah,
Rocket or Rocket. What was it? Aerojet,
Rocketdyne. Yep.
You did a great value investment there, right? Like,
yeah.
But like, do I think you can fill an entire portfolio of things like that? Like, no.
There's one right now.
Does it rhyme with BTI?
No, that's maybe another one, but
Does it rhyme with Flareon?
No,
I thought you were joking because Perion's close to cash value.
it is, and I should have freaking held those puts. Wow,
Dude, if I would have held my
wow.
Tesla and Perion puts, I'd be done for the year. Be like,
Andrew, the your monster play is done. You see, look at the inflation.
Oh yeah, on aluminum.
0.3, 0.6. You're just destroyed. Sorry.
The local grocery store chain.
well, Monster's a luxury item, so it's gonna.
Wait,
die
wait.
with-
Where are potatoes? Where's Fabio?
Potatoes.
Inflation. You're destroyed. So
I'm getting like, after I was finding out that we're probably more than likely having a continued sell off tomorrow. It's like, this is
Glorious.
Great.
Yeah.
It's glorious.
Port looks ugly, but screw it, we ball.
No, the port's still, like, even after today, it's like still up like 16% for the year.
Yeah.
Why do you always have to be better than me?
No, there's Grievous. Have you seen Grievous's?
Oh yeah.
Mine's up like 10% year to date. After today, I think. I'm like, ooh, Vertiv is tomorrow. It's next week.
Yep.
yeah. I'm at like 240%. now.
Oh,
Just keep stacking up those wins.
I said my bar is really, I don't know. I might be done. I need to see something really, really good.
Oh, watch Friday where everybody throws egg on my face to include myself. Because
What?
all the oil majors, or a couple of the oil majors rather.
Let's
Why would
see
they do
any interesting here. Humana.
Humana.
Shit, Intel's
Ooh.
reporting that day.
Yep.
Oh my god, Nick,
Meta,
it's
Boeing,
insane for me.
Boeing in the morning. I mean,
Oof.
how much worse can Boeing get? Like,
No.
Hey, VE on Tuesday. That's cool.
Dude, I have
bunch of
Meta.
banks.
Yep.
Visa.
If people
Infinite,
chuckle, add
Altria. Ooh.
Yep. Snapping.
Where's BTI?
I couldn't find the letter.
Later.
How the hell did you get that letter? I was trying to pull it up.
It's a secret, Dan. Go to
Ooh.
my Twitter.
I will
Your
not be
Twitter?
able to look at any of these, but I'll be on a Royal Caribbean cruise while they report.
Oh, bullish Royal Caribbean. You heard it here first folks.
Thanks for the invite, Andrew.
Hey, you remember the last time I came down to your area and you were like, "Screw you, I'm going to Italy."
I wasn't in Italy, Spain. Andrew's like, Europe. It's all the same.
Spain's like
Wait,
Italy
is
with
it
extra
here?
steps. I don't know.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's
yeah.
that one.
The website.
Yep.
Yes.
Okay. They created a website just for this letter.
Yes. Yes.
If you read this letter, I agree with it.
I was
I mean,
just listening. I couldn't listen the whole time today. I
Mhm.
had to go yell at somebody, but
Oof.
yeah, wasn't good.
You told them, you're like, you are in between me and the CM Weekly call.
I told someone they need to quit or retire. I'd appreciate it. But
Oh my god. You need to quit or retire. I'd really appreciate it.
yeah, it went on for like 40 minutes, but that was basically, if I could just summarize it. I don't know. But wait, that's it? I thought there was more to it.
No. I think
No,
it's
it's-
really straightforward.
Yeah,
Please,
it's
I love please. That's nice. Cancel the dividend and redeploy all planned dividend into share repurchase. Okay. Does not make sense. Present value. Okay. Earnings per share compound 23% year over year, 10 pounds per share.
Look at the hypothetical there. I mean, that's kind of the gist of it. So you have a couple assumptions that the share price remains the same, and then all that 8 billion pounds is redirected towards share buybacks, and then you get market cap reduction through the share count reduction. So you start off with about 2,200 shares, end with 788. If shares remain the same, I highly doubt that would happen. Were you kidding, Andrew, when you were like, I'm sold?
What?
You said I'm sold on BTI.
Yeah, but that wasn't because of this.
I mean,
Like what I'm saying is, like, I'm
realistically-
not going to make an investment based on like a person's open letter.
Oh yeah.
So I was sold on them, and I bought some, but it's just because, like, if you look, it's like super cheap. I like the interest that Sauron pointed out in this ITC.
Mhm.
You know, so there's value there. You're literally giving. So if your hurdle rate's 15%, you already got it. Like the free cash flow is literally at 15%. So, and they're returning it all to you. And so I felt like it was pretty easy. If they did this though, I would up my allocation, I think. Especially, there's gonna be, if they did this, there'd be a massive initial sell-off.
Yep, that would make it a top position
Hmm.
if they cut the dividend and
I'd sell all my Musa for sure. Best put into that.
Oh yeah, it'd be like no brainer. I would be thinking like, how the heck do I gather more money?
Yeah, I probably sell all Allison. I sell all Musa. I put them both in there. Who knows?
Yeah.
I mean, like if they cut it in half, you're still getting a 5% dividend, $4 billion free cash flow.
Keep it. No, none, Dan, none.
There's my vacation money. was
I
hoping for
feel
that
like
big-
management here's being, or not management, but Typho's being a little like, but I get they're trying to make a point, but like, I feel like you can keep the dividend, just greatly reduce it.
Well, here's what you got to look at, Dan. If you want your vacation money in a couple years, they could reduce the share count immensely and then bring back the dividend at the same payout ratio.
Wait a minute. Is this literally like Dan's being a Khmer in disguise? Like he just wants him to keep the dividend instead of the price to go up? So he got a lower total return?
I'm literally just I wanted this to pay for vacations. Like I told people, dude, I'm not. This isn't an investment. I just want to go on vacation. It's like $10,000 a year in dividends. I just want to go to the beach and have a Mai Tai. Like,
Yeah, why you guys got to torpedo the man's dreams?
Why you gotta make this so complicated?
y'all
But-
can go to hell. All right.
But by the way, Dan, I just wanted to squeeze in something interesting from Marquise Harding. I apologize if I am mispronouncing that. But if you wanted something, it may look a little too commoditized, but maybe there's something there.
I've heard of
There's-
this company.
Yeah.
Engineered wood paneling lumber.
Yeah, like
Oh.
it seems like it could be commoditized, but I could see arguments that it's not necessarily fully commoditized. So, for whatever that's worth, thank you, Marquise Harding.
Oh, look at it. Yeah, long story short, I tried to buy a hurricane window engineering company. They got bought, which really bummed me out. And then, oh wait, I thought I changed that. So they got bought right when I was going to buy it, and then I bought a cabinet company. It went from 14 to 19, and now it's downtrending, which is great. But so I'll check that out.
Yeah, interesting find. Bare minimum, like
I really wanted that window company.
Yeah,
that was the find for me. Friggin' it checked all my boxes too.
Someone else buys it. The hell?
Yeah. Some other company found it to be a good deal too, I guess. So, but they sold like engineered, very nice, like specifically patented windows.
Mhm.
So some people might say, "Oh, some Chinese company could make it for like 10% of what they are." Like, no, not these, but
yeah.
Oh well.
Whatever.
That is a trend I like though, like long term, like not even trades, just like long term investing. I still think like companies that are in the business of engineering, design, or manufacturing or construction of climate change related projects, I think are very interesting. But there are a lot of those companies very expensive though, because the market agrees with you, I guess. But I said to Andrew, almost every stock I've talked about with Andrew on my live stream has done well.
So what we need to do is we got to think about a stock to talk about and just go out by calls.
No.
So
we
Jacob
talked about
Solutions,
CPI.
I talked to you about it when it was like 115. Now it was 140.
Yep.
TKO's gone up. The cabinet company, like every one of them. So
it's a magic formula. It's the new GMM.
Yeah, hey, we talked about BTI now, so
that's what I'm saying. Oh,
I
looked at the calls. They're not bad, but you have to do a new calculation with BTI that I was running through with the members, right?
Yeah.
So think of it this way, right? Because you have an opportunity cost now that you have to it actually matters because it's very material, the dividend. So if you did leaps, what I was doing as far as like measuring what my break-even price would be is I actually included the dividends against the position because technically, and we looked at the prices, if you wanted to do a strike of about 20, I think it was $30 was the first one, and it was like $1.80, and so you didn't really have to pay that much, right? It seems like the break-even is not that bad, and just right there, you're like, oh, good to go. But if you didn't include the fact that over that almost 2-year period, you would be getting roughly, let's kind of round around a little bit, but $2.80 year one, $2.80 year two, add those together, right? Now you have that missed out opportunity on the dividend. So you have to account for that. And I would think that you have to account for that in your break even. That's going against you because that's money that you're missing out on. So then it starts to look like you gotta really expect a move upwards, but still not that bad. 2 years, 30. I think it came out to like $36 as a break-even point. Technically, it's lower, right? Technically, it is lower, but taking into account the missed dividends.
BCI went MVR route.
Well, and like, I think what you would do is just wait to see if they did a buyback. If they did that buyback announcement, you actually might want to buy calls at that point.
Oh yeah.
Like
oh
if
yeah.
they did
yeah.
this,
All bets are off like that.
this
Calculation.
kind of plan. Oh yeah. But
Hey, Julius Caesar, that's racist. If you do that again, we'll have to ban you.
How dare you?
they think dividends
How
racist.
dare
He doesn't even say it like that, does he?
No, it's
It's
just like a defense mechanism. That's what he's deflecting to now. It's obviously from
What's I was saying?
strongman Jeremy. Like,
Well, it's funny because like they're obviously a conservative primary discourse. They make fun, like they're like attacking like liberals and stuff. Well, the thing too is conservatives usually make fun of liberals for being snowflakes, but they're like the biggest snowflakes ever.
Interesting.
Yep.
Lumber. The only thing I worry about with a lumber company, I was just looking at Boise's, is that I don't like commoditized businesses.
Yeah.
Still, I really don't. But even a cabinet, I disagree. If I wouldn't say a cabinet company's commoditized, I wouldn't.
Because they are exposed to like insulation and like metal fastening, but then again, maybe someone could also counter with, oh, those are also commoditized. So in which case,
What is SSD down to? Hold on.
was that the cabinet?
No, engineered fasteners.
You like?
You want to talk about the company that got away from me? I was looking at this when it was $70.
I remember.
I mean, it's no meta. It's no meta, Fabio. But
if it's not generating
on a
400%
day's work, you know,
return,
for us simple people,
is it even worth it?
it's like, you know, it's like a quarter meta. You know,
Can Andrew just convince us all to buy KKR?
Not me. It's not my.
You just don't like to make money?
It's private equity, man. Like I don't know what the hell I'm doing.
You don't need to.
Like
Private equity is one of the ones where like if you think management's doing a good job, it's not like you're like out there having to buy the assets.
You called it perfectly. PE waterfalls, and you know, again, there's a song out there.
it gets an F valuation. What are you
Don't go
talking
chasing waterfalls.
Isn't that bullish?
Hold your horses.
That might be fair. If they're saying like maybe wait for a better entry, okay, fine.
Oh, I get it. It's because of inclusion. That's why you also really like this one.
This is just like a core competency.
They are the
I
biggest
have
company.
No
Not in
damn
the
idea.
S&P 500.
Private equity is beyond me. So,
So
what about? Wow. Okay. Well, what about Alta? Like seriously, Alta.
I'm gonna write that down for this weekend, though.
I'm looking at them now. I'm penciling out some valuations here.
I'm trying to. I'll figure out like why did they drop primarily so fast? I guess I would assume guidance.
Yes, it was guidance.
Okay, that's not terrible.
If that's the case, like
is the play to buy this and Lulu right now and just hold your nose for the next like 2 years? I don't know.
Maybe. That being said, though, like if all the retailers are legitimately concerned, and those concerns come into play for longer time frame, then I don't know.
I know you guys don't care about this, but wow, Hermes reminded me today. It's like why their brand is like everlasting. They came out with a watch recently in Watches and Wonders.
Mhm.
It's a double tourbillon.
What was the price tag?
I didn't want to look at it. I'm never gonna buy it. I'm not gonna ever put that kind of money in it. Easily, probably.
Because I heard that
Is this
Patek,
it?
Yeah.
This one?
Yeah. Yeah, I heard
Wait.
that Patek also came out with like a
Yeah,
larger version of a rose gold one that has quite a hefty price tag, but it's Patek.
Ooh.
Okay. Uneducated
what-
question. What's so special about this? Like it looks cool, but like what's significant
the
about it?
the tourbillon is helps against the gravitational pull of the Earth, and so it maintains its accuracy. So it's one of the more complicated watch movements possible by mankind. So it's not going to be as accurate as your phone. Let me just straight up. That's not what you're buying when you're buying this.
So my phone says tourbillons in it?
No,
No, it has GPS.
no. This is just like a flex that humans were able to create cogs that all are working with one another that can replicate the accuracy of a digital watch. Just not even still, because it still is not as accurate, but as
Oh,
close as you can get.
leather? No, no stainless steel? Question
No,
mark?
not on this model.
No. Do
No,
leather?
this is a dress watch. It's not a sports watch.
Oh, does leather hold up its value relative to say a stainless steel or
No,
gold
no.
or platinum?
No. Usually if a watch comes in multiple types of straps, the
Mhm.
metal band will be the more valuable.
Yeah. Mm.
Yeah, I don't actually know what the price is on this. Did it say the price?
No.
No? Yeah, that's what's the price? Too much.
If you have to ask, you can't afford it.
Yeah, too much. Yeah, so Hermes, like literally all of fashion retail is selling off, even LVMH, and Hermes is like, yeah, we'll just go down a little bit.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
Where was
let
that?
me.
I was looking at that watch that I sent somebody. It's like a bunch of wires just hanging off your wrist. It's like a steampunk watch. But
By the way, did you guys look at that tweet that I had sent? And did you see
Uh,
I found the price for this. It ranges between 69,000 and 6.8 million.
oh yeah, I
if we
pulled
can
that
find
up.
one for 60, if we can find one for 69,000, let's buy it and flip it, guys.
Was it this
So-
one?
Yeah.
oh,
Oh wait, I didn't.
I like, dude, it's a really complex setup. This was the ultimate top signal. I was like, boom, dude, this is the top right here.
Yeah, this new one though. I want to see the new one.
An account with 500K in cash can generate 4,000 per week when selling options at 0.8%. That's a 192,000 salary before tax. Stocks he likes to sell, puts on
yeah,
Tesla, SoFi, Starbucks,
Yeah, this guy-
Palantir.
This
I don't
guy
know what
did.
the other ones were below it, but my favorite thing is the guy asks the question there. He's like, "What do you do when your short puts and the stock gaps down 10%?" Basically, like, what do you do when it goes against you? He's like, I sell cash puts on red days and cover calls on green days. So, like, what about this week when every day was red? How you doing now, Bucko?
Oh geez, they released some shit watch.
You just predict the future and just make money.
Okay.
It's not hard.
Technical analysis. More lines or less lines?
Just funny
Oh.
when you see guys like posting this with confidence. You're like, oh,
Here,
top.
this sorry, that wasn't the watch. This one's the watch. That one was an older one. That's the watch.
Dude,
No.
Can I interest you in this watch, gentlemen?
Oh, Steve.
is that watch gonna like bite you? Like, what the heck is that?
I don't know if you could wear this.
Embrace steampunk.
I like kind of want to buy it. It's such a freaking mess.
It kind of scares me. I feel like I'm gonna get stabbed by it.
I know people are gonna think you're carrying like a weapon or something. But
Yeah, this is a triple access tourbillon. So overly complicated. No, I sent the link in the private chat. Like this thing looks wild. Hermes just like I want to own Hermes so bad. I'm a fanboy. I don't own any Hermes, to be clear. I would never pay. But like the fact that they can get people to pay forever.
Would any of you guys
I just
Nixie tubes?
I know we're talking about the stock, but it just sounds always like I would never pay for Hermes, like the stock. Like I'm cheap, but the products itself are so expensive too.
As he was smoking a cigar, probably worth $1,000 with his fancy shoes and Aruba.
Oh, okay. It's gonna be priced at $200,000. The new one that I sent you in the chat.
Okay.
$200,000. Not the most expensive watch ever, but
No.
Is that one you could actually buy?
what?
Like, could you buy that? Like, you don't have to. That's not like gonna be waitlisted and only a certain number sold.
Oh no, you probably have to wait.
Oh, here you go. Hey, Fabio, I saw you made a video of Bristol Myers 2 years ago with a big valuation component to the idea. Any thoughts lately, given the price
pipeline did not pan out? It's all the valuation of pharmaceutical means nothing. It's all dependent on the pipeline.
Oh,
Yep.
Oh my God, I looked at this. What the hell? BMY.
Yay.
Have. Look at. Hey, let's go balance sheet. The goodwill.
Oh,
Look
yeah.
at the goodwill destruction.
Right
Like
off
this
on
is
the acquisition.
legendary. Like holy shit! I don't know when you made your video, but
The other question is, what did they acquire in 2019?
A bunch. Yeah.
What?
Amazing. I've never seen a company almost cut their goodwill in half like this.
They had an oncology pipeline, and none of it really panned out as much as they thought. So there was a lot of hope around that pipeline, and didn't pan out as much as they thought.
Yeah, this is why investing in biotechs is for dumbasses.
The largest allocation I've ever made to a pharmaceutical was AbbVie, and it wasn't big.
The big pharma. There you go.
big pharma.
You like that? You like that? Best pharma company in America.
There's interesting private equity funds that just do the royalty portion of the business.
If you think about it, though, Monster is kind of like a pharma company, right? Like they give you a drug and you feel better.
If you think about it, British American Tobacco is also a pharmaceutical.
Yeah,
that's definitely a pharmaceutical. Or at least it'll put you in a pipeline to get pharmaceuticals.
Well, that was the idea, right? So I'm buying British American Tobacco, so people who use that product then could turn around and then I sell them the oncology medication from AstraZeneca for their lungs.
There you go.
Oh, this doesn't work for international.
Greedy capitalist pig. That's me.
I'd have to go on Seeking Alpha.
Reddit. Freaking out. Starbucks is a pharmaceutical company. Hey Dan, when are you buying Starbucks?
I'm not. Well,
are you asking like what price?
What is it at? I have owned it. It's gotta get way cheaper than that.
50. Let me interest you at 50.
No, not that cheap.
Oh, 60.
I consider it under 70, maybe. I don't want to own it long term.
You don't like the coffee chain style? I mean, hey, McDonald's. I want to really
That's part of it. I don't want to. I just don't want to own another company like McDonald's.
There's no one like McDonald's. That's why I was telling Leo when we were looking at Chipotle, I was like that. I don't see them getting to McDonald's size.
Like people shit on McDonald's. Like, look,
Chipotle.
40,000 franchises, and they can just go, "We're going to charge you more money, and you can't do anything about it. We're going to raise your franchise fees. Then we're going to make sure that you can't sell your franchise to your kids because we want diversity." They can do whatever they want. Like,
what if I adopt a kid who's a different race than me? Can I give it to him?
Like that was a big change. The franchises were pissed off because they used, you give your franchises, pass it down, but they wanted to change that dynamic recently. But
what?
They're ever changing. That's why this company will live forever.
What I'll just do is
they're never stuck on one type of like, they're always adapting to the times. McDonald's.
What if you just have your kid pull Elizabeth Warren and they claim they're Native American when they're clearly white, and then they'll hit diversity?
Well, we're
wait,
extra
diversity, like,
demonetized.
wait, racial diversity, or they meant like diversity of just like new people. Like, oh, we don't want nepotism.
If it's such the second, I'm like okay with that. I
Yeah.
just want to hear diversity more corporate speak. That's what I assume.
Also, McDonald's bailed on the vegan burger craze.
Oh yeah.
When everyone else just kept that on their menu so they could like check the box of having vegan options. McDonald's was like, no, this doesn't work. Threw it out. So they didn't give a shit. So
Vegans are such a small portion of the population. It's so
yeah,
dumb.
they either realized that it was a poor quality product or it just didn't sell very well. And they ditched it pretty fast, actually.
Y'all remember Beyond Meat? How are they doing? How's their stock price doing, Dan?
Dude,
talk about an obvious short. Then why did any of us do it? Like, of course, this business was going to fail. Oof, man.
Their last earnings report had the most amazing news headline I've ever seen in my life. I'm going to see if I can find it.
Oh my God. What was it? So 145 in June of 2021. Wow. Oh.
Nope.
What a crappy. Do you remember? I showed you the picture, right? I went to the grocery store. I think I sent it to Chris. I went to the grocery store during lockdown. Like, there's nothing in the meat section picked dry. Like, there was one pack of chicken left. All the fake meat options were still there, though. Even though there was nothing else in the meat section. So it's just hilarious.
Disgusting.
Yeah. So like all the shelves are empty. Nothing. One pack of chicken, and then the nice, neatly kept Beyond Meat display. Nobody took anything from it. But yeah, what is it, like beet juice, processed oil, coconut water, or coconut filler? It's like,
Did you ever try one?
I tried one before.
I tried one.
I have.
does it suck the life out of and everything?
It tastes okay, but dude, it makes you gassy.
I'm sorry. I know the taste of death, and I love the taste of death in my food. Clip it, Kiwi Sam. Clip it.
Listen, I'm not taking my steak and making it look like a carrot. So why can't the vegetarians F off and let me enjoy life? Why do they gotta try and steal our thunder? Oh. Why do they have to have meat shaped veggies? But
They gotta have something. They gotta eat the bugs. They will eat bugs and be happy.
No, Andrew or
dude,
Fabio, no.
I've seen that. Yeah, the powdered cricket meal or whatever.
You will
They're
eat
like,
bugs and you will be happy. The meat.
wait, who's pushing that? Bill Gates, right? Bill
Yeah.
Gates wants us to eat bugs and fake meat, printed meat.
The meat is for me.
Oh my God.
Not for you. You will have the bugs.
You will own nothing. You will eat the bugs, and you will be happy.
Ooh, new Jeremy video job.
Wait, are you guys ready for World War 111?
Oh, don't you love?
I'm prepped already. So like I got all my food. I put it in a time capsule too, so it should be ready in about a couple thousand years.
The man doesn't understand Roman numerals.
If by like World War 111. Oh, dude, that guy, he's a scammer.
He is? Who is he?
The guy on the right? I think he
Yeah,
is.
I know this. Oh, it's not really going to show it.
I remember him pumping like those small mineral companies that were like 25 million market cap.
Oh, isn't that scammy?
Well, do you know what the company's name were? But
I mean, I don't know if he's still.
oh wait, this stock is so cheap.
2 years ago.
Time sensitive. You'll never see this stock so cheap.
Ooh,
Does he show
complete with
it?
technical analysis.
Watch it be NVIDIA.
Oh my God, dude!
I take back everything I said.
No way.
No. It's just on there. Stock ticker VGGII. He's just using NVIDIA as a correlation for it.
Oh,
then he was close.
can you imagine?
He was close.
Wait, is it this
So
one?
close.
Yeah.
Boosh plant-based
Yeah, so
brands.
far.
Oh my god.
What's
Let's-
that ticker doing now?
He highlights Nvidia and then he shows some. Okay, wait.
Well, yeah,
maybe
because
it's
he's
not that.
promising you like, here's the return you're gonna get. Dude,
That
and I
is
like
actually
to,
so
dude,
crazy,
what an
though, that-
amazing pick. This is plant-based.
Okay, let me see if I can find it. Okay, I think I found it.
Boosh.
Okay, I found it. Okay, what is it? In his video, it's 96 cents. It is 0.0052. Not even a penny
Winner.
anymore.
Winner.
It's half a penny a share. Oh,
Dude,
oh my god.
Oh,
This
God.
is hilarious. Okay.
We do not endorse this.
Look at this.
You'll never see it this cheap.
You
We could buy the whole company right now. 500,000.
oh my god. That's hilarious. Oh, what a time the lockdown was.
Yeah, I wouldn't touch it.
What
Dude,
a
he
time
said-
2021.
What could he
2021 was.
possibly have seen in this thing? Some sort of
no, they paid him. They paid him to
Indeed.
do it. I guarantee you he got paid.
Oh
to
yeah.
come.
They came out. Okay, wait. They came out. What's the time frame?
Jin Chen's right
okay.
by the dip.
Yeah, look at it.
Times now.
He did the video right here. Look at
Yeah,
that.
it popped right after he did it. Then insiders probably sold out.
Gotta be kidding me.
He did
Winners.
a bunch of these.
Well, because you know how much they pay, right?
25, 30K, right?
A pop, yeah, for
Yeah.
video.
This blockchain stock is pure gold. Okay.
Stock. What blockchain stock?
Dude, he did a bunch of these.
That's what I'm saying. Like ZK International.
Here we go. Here it is. Zkin. Okay.
Does he disclose in the description that he's being compensated? I imagine.
don't-
so.
There we go. Another pumper.
See if he
No,
does.
No, he has to. If not, then this is reportable.
Let's see.
He has to be
See it?
disclosing.
Disclaimer.
Affiliate.
I may earn a no, that's not it. I don't see
Wow.
it.
Oh. Quick
I
like
don't-
a bunny. Go reach out to the SEC.
I don't see anything. Let's see a new thing. No. This is what a wild time. Crazy.
Oh yeah. But yeah, this guy probably cashed out. I feel like did quite a few of those. The upcoming stock market collapse 2021. Oof.
And then you just
Dude,
move on like nothing happened.
Yeah.
Dude,
Simple as.
well, this is pretty clearly they have to be maybe their lives get a lot of views because they have 2.3 million subs and their videos get nothing. It's
What do
their
they make?
lives. It's their lives.
250, 60,000 of those.
Okay, so the lives get views.
Well, they're
They
doing
got
the thumbnail right.
I was gonna
all
say
the
they got the
time,
YouTube
yeah.
algorithm down with the thumbnail.
That's a
Fire,
sweet. That's a good thumbnail. I kind of like that. Might be the end of
know,
the world, but
fire video thumbnails of like shocked faces.
my thumbnails suck. I'm not gonna deny.
Yeah. It's all about the content. I'd go with.
I put too much stuff on it. I know it's okay.
I like to how this guy tries to like have his channel be like this is the honest channel where we give you the real news. Meanwhile, I'm gonna pump some shit co. 25,000 on you.
I mean, he was right. It was never that cheap again because it was cheaper.
Good one,
Oh.
Hydra DM.
One of the funniest ones I remember from lockdown was the bioengineered salmon company.
Oh,
I'm forgetting which SPAC. It was a SPAC.
yeah.
Oh.
I forgot what that one was too, but I
That
remember,
one was
like,
hilarious to read the filings. I'm like, this is such crap. But yeah, genetically modified salmon, I think it was.
Was it organic?
I
I'm just kidding. Because
yeah, I was
genetic.
gonna say, yeah. Like, I don't
that's,
think that. Yeah,
yeah, that's the
I
point.
don't think
Was
organic
it-
certifications allow for GMO.
Aqua Advantage? No, it doesn't sound right. Damn, I can't remember it. Aqua Bounty. That's it. Okay, wait.
Oh.
Let me get the ticker. AQB. Okay. I remember this. This was such crap. How's it done?
Hey, better than some of the other ones.
Yeah, it's about same as all the other SPAC and garbage companies. That's about right. Hey,
Yeah, just yep. Still painful. Just like
Hey, do you guys see LVMH is selling off a little bit?
oh really? You think it's time for you to finally add trophy stonk to port?
I've always wanted.
Wait, the F1, right?
Yeah.
No, why?
This is what is the Y again?
One of
Y
them
So-
is sponsored.
F means it's sponsored by a bank. Y means it's sponsored by the company.
Ooh.
That's why I prefer. Usually, a Y has more liquidity. Usually, maybe here it doesn't, but
Okay. I always get those mixed up. Oh, it is a little drop.
Yep.
I never see anything big with these guys.
This is Fabio's trophy asset.
Yeah.
I just want to, profit off people who are like, I want a bag.
He's gonna go to Paris, like go in the store.
Daddy, I
with
want a
a partial
bag.
owner shirt on. You guys are
Yeah.
doing a great job here.
No,
I think how Fabio's just sexist and assumes that these aren't like self-made women that buy their own bags.
Oh, exposed.
That reaction.
Uh-oh. Moxie's gonna hear this and come after you now.
Uh-oh.
I'll ask her. I was like, has your husband ever bought you a bag? And he's like, all right, money's the same. And I'm like, yeah, but did you ask him to go, or did you want him to go buy you the bag as a gesture? I'm just saying. And then
Fabio's got to flex on poor people.
No. This is well, actually, funny you say that. The main customer of LVMH is, in fact, for a lot of their brands, poor people, not rich people. Hermes, different story. Hermes is actually rich people, but LVMH, a lot of their brands, not all of their brands, is poor people.
What do they have? I know they have Hennessy and then Louis Vuitton. What do they have outside of that?
They have a lot of watches. They have Tag Heuer, they have Hublot, trash. But they have Tag Heuer, they have Sephora, which is the better Ulta, in my opinion.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
So you get Ulta in there. You also get Tiffany's. You get, was it Off-White? You get, go to Houses. That's where it is, Houses. And then they have all the different categories.
My memory is dying right now.
Yeah, Fabio, they're not called poor people. They're called aspirational buyers. Thank you, Hydra DM.
Wine and spirits, fashion, leather goods, perfume, watches.
They have everything.
Selective retail. Oh, Sephora.
Yeah.
Other activities.
Lifestyle, culture.
They got They got several watch brands in there.
Yep.
Yeah, where is it? Watches.
And they treat them all like, what's cool about their structure is they literally have them all competing even against each other. Like you're in the same parent company, and you're not friends with that other. So the two watch companies, that's not your friend. You may have the same parent, but that is not your friend. You got to compete against them.
Tiffany's, Tag Heuer.
Yeah, Bulgari.
Who's the nicest?
Oh, they have Zenith. I forgot they have Zenith. Wow. Zenith, fun fact, made the first chronograph. Or not, El Primero, which is the one that Graham Stephan has. That's his one. And then there's Hublot.
Hublot.
Yeah.
Hublot.
Keep calling
there
it.
You go.
Hublot.
Hublot. Yeah. They deserve it.
But if I want to say that was actually one of the watches where like the screws look like they're completely out of alignment.
Yes.
Yeah, that just like boggles my mind why that is the case.
I didn't know they own Zenith.
Yeah, and you call yourself a collector.
And yes, the first Rolex chronograph, the Daytona, used a zenith movement. Yeah.
Fabio gets mad when taco stands don't have change for $100 bills.
I never carry cash, so that's not true.
He only carries gold bars, guys.
Fabio doesn't have a wallet. It's just a big wad with a rubber band. Pulls out. What do you want? Just throws this money at them until they shut up.
If you see all of us in person, Rob Fabio, I'm not worth the time.
Bro, if I won the lottery, I would just carry a pack of $100 bills and I wouldn't even bother for change. Just throw a $100 bill at anybody at restaurants or whatever.
$100 tip.
If they don't look at me right, I just give them another 100. Leave me alone.
Guys, we gotta buy LVMH. I gotta own it. Damn it.
I would love to own this in Ferrari. Yeah. Well, I don't know. Would you own Ferrari though with EVs coming?
Yes.
Yes. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
I think you'll have those. They'll still be able to make gas cars. I would think, right?
Oh yeah.
Specialty cars.
The Ferrari buyer is not concerned about price.
I know.
If gas cars are like, oh no, now we're like taxing them 300%. They'll still be Ferrari, but it'll be better because now they're more exclusive.
The one problem with me getting a Porsche with you is that my wife works in a bad part of town, and she goes there at night.
Oh, oof,
so yeah. I would not want her to have, driving through a bad part of a certain town at night. We don't need that attention. Like if she ever left that job, I mean,
game on.
I mean, she might get like an office if she could run like a nursing surgery office or something. Maybe. I can't get the one. I'm not getting the one you got though. Get something cheaper. But
there's if you go like well, you don't have to go with like the biggest trim or the top trim. You can go for like because it's about the fun of the drive. And then you can go for the generation, the 981. That one's probably going to hold its value because it's what they call the last true Porsche.
Oh,
because the new 718s and going forward, they don't have the older engines. They're turboed, so it's a smaller engine too. Did
you listen to that Porsche podcast? I think I sent it from Acquired.
Oh, I forgot about it already. Though.
Pretty good. I've got through 2.5 hours of it, but they talk about all the family dynamics with Doug DeMuro. So, freaking what a nightmare to try and track all the changes from the families. Like Jesus Christ, with them in Volkswagen.
Yeah.
I would actually really like to own the Porsche Auto at the right price because that's also in many ways like some of the it has aspects like Ferrari that a lot of the drivers who love Porsche, they do genuinely think of it like a club. And then you have the very hard to get Porsche models, and then you have the more accessible Porsche models. So it's not the same as Ferrari, but it's like has a little bit of a flavor to it for sure. Yeah, it's a great car company. It's not going to sell. It's never going to be a mass market car. But
Lincoln, you should give me 30K. I'll beat y'all with my Civic. I have a hatchback Civic, so it's a nice car. Oh, I think I gotta go to bed. It's late for me old people.
Did you want to squeeze in the last topic or no?
Did I have one more?
Yeah, it was AI trades.
I don't know. Maybe Fabio's gonna talk about that on his own.
AI trades? There's only one. Just Nvidia's the only one.
I was just gonna say, like, we're talking about like things that might drop. I was gonna say, I don't I think some of them might change their guidance, but it's tough though. I think it's still in play though.
I'm hoping cybersecurity stocks drop. I get more bullish on that as the day goes on.
Yeah.
Hear about the Chinese hack on like 23 like infrastructure companies?
Recently? Right now?
Yeah, yesterday, today.
Dude, everyone's just attacking everyone. What's going on? It's almost like it's World War 111.
Dude, World War 111 will be fought by AI, and it will just be people hacking each other. We'll all be in comas, just living in simulations. Maybe we're in a simulation right now, and World War 111 is going on, and Jeremy broke the Matrix. That's what he meant.
Jeremy broke out. Jeremy broke out. He's trying to tell us, but he can't tell us directly because then the AI will get him.
Exactly. So he's trying to send like little signals.
I didn't think it's funny. Like all the AI stocks seem to be going down, but yet, like, what, 2 months ago or a month ago, we were all reading that they were like, "Oh yeah, we're expecting this growth to continue this year and probably into next year."
It's funny. TSM said, "Yeah, we're still going to grow a lot this year. Smartphones."
That's what. Yeah,
But we're
actually, that's
gonna
what I read from the transcript. I was reading the transcript of them before this. I think their non-cell phone business, they were very positive on it. Looked like.
Yeah, it's the craziest thing.
And like again, Micron sold out all their memory capacity this year, and they said they were almost sold out next year also. I think we have Samsung earnings soon, so we'll see that part.
I genuinely see it as it's a healthy pullback. There's people who want to cash out, and I'm there. I'm just gonna be buying. Boom.
That's what I'm. Yeah.
I'm
I
buying more.
tell you what, if AMD keeps dropping, I'm more interested. Like,
what's it at now?
Like 150. I've been nibble a little bit.
Yeah. Arista Networks. Nibble. Yeah.
It's not bad nibble.
Yeah, nibble. Yeah. Amazon. Yeah.
Nibble. That's not bad.
Nibble.
You know, stocks come down a lot.
C3 AI. Yeah. Gulp, gulp.
Dude's kind of crazy. He runs that thing. But
yeah, he's super crazy.
He goes on CNBC. I'm like, what fucking company is this guy running?
We do AI.
Everything that man runs. Like, wow.
So apparently, by the way, I'm reading this about the incident that happened across the world. It was apparently done with the same kind of tech. Someone out there, Elemental, seems like someone was able to block another person's, tech, but the other one didn't even know it was happening. They were just struck.
Warren Buffett buys addictive brands. Fabio buys expensive lifestyle brands.
Well, then
it is a
monster.
Oh,
there's too much on my
list, man. Do you know the inside joke I'm talking about? Because Biotech's found like a bearish article on Monster, and the article said, and here I'll find the quote for you just so you understand. This is why I keep on referencing this. It's talking about how Monster is a bad stock to buy. And it says, remember, Monster beverage drinks are a luxury. We're not talking about items that will be needed for the foreseeable future, like microchips or automotive parts. It says, if inflation continues to tick up and or the economy slows down because of higher for longer interest rate policy, Monster beverage could be in real trouble. And so we just keep on saying it's a luxury product.
Luxury.
That's just so you know, that's why I keep saying that.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Well, with that note, I think good enough 2.5 hours.
Yeah.
Fabio will just continue 5 hours longer on capital mindset.
1 a.m. 1 a.m. over here.
I got to help my brother move on Saturday, so.
Yeah.
You're weak.
Is he just moving like locally, or is he moving far?
Like 3 blocks away.
Okay,
but he bought a house like 4 times bigger. It's pretty sweet, actually. But
did anyone want to promote any future things? Last minute.
I'm going to review a covered call ETF next.
Hey.
I don't know which one yet. I'll pick one of them. Probably just like one of the bigger ones.
I want to promote Khmer's live stream if the market continues to go down.
Oh dear
You should
God.
watch that.
Tomorrow's gonna be great.
I hate you, Andrew. Gonna do a test live stream. 2 accountants, 1 gap. Scheduled for behind the scenes on StreamYard. Tomorrow, 8 p.m. Eastern, 9 p.m. or 9 p.m. Eastern, 8 p.m. Central.
Tomorrow or today?
Well, okay, for you today. For me, also today.
Oh, good point. Yeah, I was
For
gonna
me
say, wait,
tomorrow.
you're only an hour
Yeah.
behind me. It's
Yeah,
today for
yep.
you. too.
Yep, you're right. You're right. So there we go. I guess everybody promoted stuff. Fabio? Question mark. No. All right.
To be seen.
To be determined.
To be
Uh,
determined.
On that note, thanks for having me, Dan.
Thanks. Yeah. Thanks for watching. Hope everyone has a good week. Don't worry, or hopefully the market doesn't kill us all tomorrow. I don't know. All right. Have a good one.